YouTube. This is Angel Charms. And I just woke up and I saw that Crystal Swirls was live earlier. Let's see what she's talking about male creatures not providing. I mean, how many times are we going to talk about this topic? But let me guess, she finally realized it, or she's cracked the code that they're not going to provide. I mean, really, how many times have we heard her say that? So let's get into it.
Y'all want some good content? It's starting to get late, but it's early enough to have a really good discussion. Now, I was on the phone earlier with Khadijah and Celestial Night, and we were talking. And I decided to do my live on this topic based on our conversation. Because I have come to the uncomfortable but sobering conclusion that male creatures never wanted to provide for us. They never really wanted to do that shit.
Thanks for the like and the view.
They are selfish by nature, okay? And it's not in them to want to provide. That is a feminine trait, okay? Protecting and providing. If you look at nature, the female protects her offspring from the male. So based on that fact, why would we assume that the male is a protector and a provider? Where did we get that bullshit from? Well, it came from society needing the male to set up the patriarchy. In order for the patriarchy to even exist, he had to assign the male a role, which is leader of the household, and we all know they're not good at that. Protecting and providing. But they've done.
But yet, I mean, if they don't do it, then why do you keep complaining? If they naturally don't do it, why do you complain that they don't do it? Why the potions and spells and all that shit to make them do something if they don't naturally do it? Crystal, you really need to come up with something else to talk about. This is what, live number 6 or 7? I thought you were working on the oils and stuff for that $8.88 that those women gave you. Why aren't you busy giving them their money's worth?
Done a horrible job at it collectively. And, now we're realizing all of this 50-50 talk that they are so happy about 50-50. Shout out to Celeste CDs and Brielle Knox. They are so happy that finally they can be free from the responsibility of providing. They want to rest in their femininity. They don't want to take care of nobody. They want the benefits of a woman, pussy, food, comfort, nurturing. But they don't want the rest that comes with it. The expenses that come from being with a woman. They don't want that. They want you to pay for that shit. Let me lay up and, get the benefits, your good loving, your sex, your food, your comfort, your ability to provide a home for me. But I do not really want to take care of you, sweetheart. I want you to go out there and get a job and bust your ass and come home and serve me. I still want, as the male, I still want the title of leader. I want the credit but I don't want the headache. And I want your loyalty, even though I'm not taking care of you. I want you all to myself. I don't want you talking to nobody. And I want you to do my curse. Because it says it in the Bible, the male's curse was to labor. That was his curse. All right? And we're taking on his curse by doing what our bodies are not designed to do, which is high stress levels that come from working. Okay. That leads to stress, high cortisol levels, belly fat, tired feet, looking old fast. And after a while, you start to become hard like a man. You lose your feminine look.
Good morning, Klingon.
You start looking old, beat down. That's not what you were designed to do. So like Celeste T. Dean said, they want all the benefits with no responsibility. And now that this 50-50 thing has popped,
and you want to sit around and want the money and no responsibility of doing anything else but spending that money.
Oh, they not letting that go, honey. They gonna fight you tooth and nail. This is not a fad. They have been waiting their entire lives for a break in tradition. They have been waiting forever for somebody to say 50-50, you work, I work, and then you do all of the girl stuff too. They've been waiting for that. And they finally got their wish. And now that they got their wish, and they're fighting us on this, I'm not gonna fight them. Let's do 50-50. You stay the fuck over there, I stay the fuck over here. All right? I'm not fucking with them. I know what the Bible says. I know my worth as a woman. I know what I'm supposed. I know what my...
You know your worth. Oh. What's that? $1, $2 in your cash app. A cubic zirconia ring. $50 for a NutriBullet that you suck on. You know, is that your worth?
Our role is to do. And even if there are no children involved, you're not supposed to work like that unless it's a part-time job that you enjoy. Like maybe you work at an animal shelter or something like that. Or maybe it's something like a hobby type thing. Or maybe you like working with the public. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe you're good at customer service. Hey, if you like it, I love it.
All right, then get your fat ass back up and go work with the public back at KFC. It's amazing how first we're not supposed to work at all. Now it's part-time if it's something that we like. You can work full-time with something that you like too. I mean, the job you choose is just that. You chose to work there. Like it or not.
But for the most part, you're not supposed to be working like that. They're supposed to take care of you. Okay? So my thing is this, they're doing the bare minimum to take care of barely themselves. And they don't want to wear a condom. Let's just keep it funky. They might wear one in the beginning, but if you're in a relationship, eventually they're going to punk you into not wearing it all the time. So 75% of the time, you're not going to wear it. After he gets the pussy and makes you his girlfriend, he'll put up with your bullshit wearing a condom in the beginning. But after that third month of being together, he going to want raw, wet pussy all the time. And he's even going to pressure you into getting a fucking birth control pill. and fucking up your hormone cycle, your hormonal levels, just to give him wet pussy. Because he's too selfish to put on a lubricated condom. It feels the same if the lubrication is inside of the condom. Because he still experiences the wetness from the lubricated condom. He's just the selfish bastard that wants to fuck your life up. And how dare you tell me no? You see, this is all about his ego.
So when you go shopping at Walmart, why don't you get the lubricated condoms? You make black women seem so dumb. He's gonna punk us into not wearing condoms. You try and make black women seem like we just don't have a brain, that the man completely controls us. That's your life.
Now I got a call-in number. Those of you who want to call in, and if you call in, sweetheart, please speak up. The last live we did was terrible, not so much because of the content, but because the two callers, you could barely hear them. All right. So
Celestial Knight and Sun Empress Ari, she's talking to y'all. Speak up, girls.
let's try to talk into the phone at a certain angle so these girls can hear you. Like I'm talking nice and clear and loud. You got to do the same thing when you call up. Now, the phone lines are open. The number is, somebody put it in the chat. Be nice. Celestial Night, the number is 904 209 8586. That is the calling number, and we need to talk about this providing thing. They never wanted to do that, sweetheart. And there's no going back. Once you put that in the atmosphere, they're not gonna go back to the traditional way where they had to work and all of the responsibility of providing fell on them. They don't want that smoke. So y'all do know that it's never going to be the way it used to be. Like the lady in the comment section, what was her name? She was a black lady who called up the show yesterday, bragging about how good her husband was, how she was married since 1994. If you know her name, if you remember her name, put it in the comment section.
1989.
Right. Indiana Mom. I don't know if these people are agents trying to control our movement, trying to convince us, oh, hang in there, girls. There's some good ones still out there. I don't know. But it's mighty suspicious to me now that we're talking about male divestment. We ain't talking about Brad. We're not talking about Jose. We saying all these motherfuckers are fucked up. Because Brad, if you are dating, all right, Brad is gonna be nice in the beginning, but eventually he's gonna run into that thing about 50-50, and he's gonna want you to get a part-time job. He's going to want you to help out. So all of them are following Tyrone straight to hell. Very few of them will take care of you, let you stay home, take care of the house, even if you have no children together. Keep the house clean, run some errands while he's at work.
Oh, hold up now. Very few of them will let you keep the house clean, run some errands. I thought that was muling too, Crystal. Cooking, cleaning, laundry. I thought that was muling. I thought that was a no-no. All of a sudden now that's part of the woman's job if she's going to stay at home. So we went from not working at all to now part-time work at an animal shelter or with the public, and no housework at all to now doing housework. Ooh, the rules just keep changing, don't they?
And that's that. No, they don't want that. They don't want you to be on easy street, sweetheart. They want you to be too tired. They want you to be like them because they said this is how they think. If I work, you gotta work. If I work, you gotta work, bitch. Why you get to stay home and I gotta go out there and slave? I'm not your fucking mule. I'm not your slave. You get your ass up and work too. Now that sounds good, right? According to him, it sounds good. What he didn't count on was you coming home from work tired. The house is not clean. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have time to run errands because you had to work. You can't go to the post office. You can't pick up his dry cleaning. You ain't got time. Crystal Suarez, you're live.
Hey, sweetie, this is Celestia.
This is who?
Celestia Deans. I write a lot.
Celestia Deans. Let's give a round of applause.
I owe you a call.
We're giving you a round of applause, sweetheart.
For what?
Thank you for participating. What do you have to say about tonight's topic?
I spend a lot of time in academia. I read, I consult, I write papers. I found out that even Jesus Christ knew that this marriage issue, the way things are set up, was a big scam. He is reported to say that marriage is more like prostitution. It is in the Apocrypha text. Because he traveled. He went to places where women worked together. They had their own towns, their own communities. There's still people like that in the East, like in the mountains, the Himalayan mountains, and in China.
Right.
You can even see that on YouTube, actually. The women get their work done together. They're happier. The men are happier helping out. Since then, things have been turned on their ear.
So you basically telling me that male creatures are supposed to be our helpmates.
It sounds terrible, doesn't it?
I'm all the way fucked up right now. Let me rewind what you just said. Let me clarify. You basically mean that we're supposed to work together in a community-based setting as women, like a hive of bees, and the males are put there to simply help us out.
Yes.
So we got the whole thing wrong. So everything that we ever believed is a scam.
Yeah.
Marriage, the man being the leader, the man being the head of the household, it's all a scam.
It's a prostitution ring.
So marriage is nothing but legalized prostitution.
Well, if you have a compassionate man, a unicorn, he can work with you there. And I don't know, a while back, I did mention Catholicism. They train their young men to do wife worship, which you might have misinterpreted. That meant, first of all, you support her. Second of all, her feet don't touch the ground.
What do you mean? What do you mean her feet don't touch the ground? Can you elaborate on that?
He covers her and adores her. He worships her and protects her. Family life is the goal. Protecting the home and protecting the children is the goal, is the thing. With them, I'm not talking about the Pope, okay? I'm not talking about religion. But they are conditioned to protect their wives, or at least think twice before doing something scandalous.
So basically, male creatures are supposed to be male creatures.
I believe, to my mind, the last group of people that might have pity on a virgin.
So let me clarify this: male creatures are supposed to be like the drones.
This is a shout out for all them virgin folk.
All right, they're
that
supposed
come to your show and need a way out. If I had to do it again, I'd become Catholic I hang out in Catholic spaces. I go to Catholic dating sites and explain my situation. That's the best you can do, I think. Maybe.
So let me get this straight, sweetheart. You're saying that male creatures are supposed to be like the drone bees, protecting the hive, attack anything that comes near the queen.
From what I've heard.
And listen, because she stays in that beehive on her ass, all right? And they collect the pollen and bring it back to her. And if they even sense a threat coming near her, all of them gather together and attack the threat. So that's what men are supposed to be like that, right?
They're supposed to defend. For what I was told, the Asian women said in that community, they said they're supposed to, if they need somebody to kill somebody or kill something, they send the men out to do it. The rest of it, their women are in charge, and they're happier. The men are happier. The children get raised and protected, and the women are at peace. And there's no big complicated thing about changing up a partner if you had to.
So this whole thing about provision, you got the protection thing. I get that. But what about providing? Are the women of the community supposed to provide, or the men are supposed to do that?
The women get their work done. They manufacture cloth. They grow food. They live in the same house. If there's heavy lifting, if they have to go to war, then that's men.
Oh shit.
I mean, they're reasonable about it. They fit in where they can get in. It's not complicated.
So the women are working, and the men assist them. That's what she said in the beginning. Or am I wrong?
Women are supposed to wait. Women are supposed to be the worker bees.
They're short on land. See, arable land. So what they figured out thousands of years ago is to have a family of brothers marry one woman. Look that up too.
Oh shit.
Those households and those lands are well kept. The children are happy. The woman just glows.
So we're supposed to have a lot of men. So they got it fucked up because
I didn't do it. I didn't say it. I didn't make this up.
Well, hold up.
Look it up for yourself.
Okay, look.
It's still on YouTube.
Okay.
Look at the interruption. Let her talk, Crystal. Let her talk.
Hey, hold up. Let me say one thing.
Documentaries that explain how that works.
All right, let me say one.
Family of brothers married one woman.
Let me say one thing.
That happened in not in India so much. Saudi Arabia. Arabia before the Saudis. Them Saudis.
So we supposed to have a lot of men working for us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sweetheart, my phone's breaking up. I live remote.
So that's why they be going ham. That's why they be going.
All she was concerned about is the men working part. She didn't hear the women are working and the men are the helpmates. She didn't hear that part. She just want to hear, the men supposed to be working. Wow. That's all she's concerned about. Just disregard the rest.
Going crazy when you have more than one boyfriend, they get mad.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to hang up. I can't quite hear you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Wow. She dropped bombs. So these motherfuckers, we supposed to have like a bunch of them worshiping us, going out there and providing and defending. Because you notice when you have one male creature, they cry about loyalty. Because when you have one male creature, they want you all to themselves.
I don't believe anything was wrong with her phone. Crystal was just cherry picking what she was trying to say, and she had enough of Crystal talking over her. The women are working and the men are helpmates. She just skipped right over that. She just hear the men work. The men were, the men are supposed to be working.
But yet they can't do the job that you require of them. It's not adequate enough. There's not enough provision, enough money, not even enough protection. So why the fuck do you want me all to yourself, sweetheart? I need a bunch of you motherfuckers to do the job. You see how stupid they are? And they got us fucked up. They got us, girl. They got us, they got us fucked up in the sense that we supposed to have a bunch of them working for us, worshiping us. And instead, they punked us because of their fucking ego. They punked us out of our beehive. We supposed to have a beehive, sweetheart. A beehive of these motherfuckers. One queen and a bunch of these drones. Study nature. A bunch of drone bees serve the queen, sweetheart. Not one, a bunch of them.
We're not bees.
They got all type of ways that you can, sweetheart. They got all type of ways now that you can do the DNA test and selectively pick the male you want to procreate with. You could say, I'm not fucking nobody but him this month. I'm trying to get pregnant, and until I get pregnant, I'm only gonna fuck him. And the rest of them are supposed to be like, okay.
No.
Shout out to Feisty Black Magic. Girl, call your ass in with your little feisty self. Because I want to hear from you, sweetheart. We got the game all fucked up. There's supposed to be a bunch of them worshiping one queen. Instead, they got us with this Islam shit, this Muslim bullshit, one man with many wives. They got nature polluted, turned around, upside down. It's not supposed to be like that, sweetheart. So now that this information, shout out to the lady who called in, Celeste T. Deans. Celeste T. Deans cracked the goddamn code. There's supposed to be a bunch of these motherfuckers serving us and worshiping us. Because think about it. One man is always crying. I don't make, it's not enough money. I got to work a second job. It's too hard. Okay, you dumb bitch. I need at least 5 of you motherfuckers. Because I like to go shopping. I like to do this. I like to do that. I like to have money. I like to live in abundance. I need 5 of you bastards. How about that? You're not the prize, sir. As a matter of fact, call your ass up.
See, those spells and oils do not work. Because if they did, there would be no need for all this getting upset. The motherfucker's supposed to do this. They do. If your spells really worked, you would just you would just cast the spells and be done with it. Not all this arguing and complaining, and your spells and oils don't work. But I'm pretty sure she appreciates y'all's $8.88 with no return on y'all's investment.
Because I'm back in effect, motherfucker. I got the what? Phone. I couldn't do calling shows before because my phone broke. Now I got a phone. Because I'm using my tablet. All right. I had to make myself upgrade my bad technology skills. And I'm on my tablet. So we want this male creature. And we're not going to talk over you. We're not going to threaten you. We're not going to disrespect you. We want you to call up the show and drop a bomb on what I just said. That we supposed to be one queen with a bunch of male workers called drones. I'll wait. So I'm going to give you the calling number. And I want to hear what you got to say about this because something tells me you are bothered, sir.
Okay, so Miss I'm divested now wants men to call in. Oh, here we go again. You don't have time. You don't want to be bothered, but you want them to call in. She likes men. Can't live without them.
Now that I dropped the information to back up what Celeste T. Deans was talking about, now that we are studying nature and realizing they tricked us. Oh, now you're scared, huh? Look at what he said. I can impregnate the world. The woman can only have one baby a year. Let me help you out, sweetheart.
Oh, somebody's in the
Call
chat.
up the show. 904 209 8586. 904 209 8586. I want to hear what this dude got to say. He said he could impregnate the world, but the woman could only have one baby a year. Listen, it doesn't matter. All right? Listen to how you sound, sweetheart. Celestial Knight said he wants to impregnate the world to create single, poor, broken households. I got to hear this shit. You in trouble now, sweetheart? Crystal Swirl, you're live. Call back. Let me call him back.
Desperate for content.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Hello?
Oh no, don't do that. Hello. Don't put on that feminine voice. Nah. Say it with your chest. Hello.
All right. Hello?
Okay. Hello.
Hey, who is this?
This is Al Smooth as Butter Brown.
Oh, we made you famous, baby. You famous on these YouTube streets.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm calling in.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want you to school us on what you're talking about. That you could impregnate the world, but we could only have one baby at a time.
Okay. So, when you were talking about nature, and we're talking about just.
And I'm going to say this. She just called him back, right? I bet there will be other conversations between the two of them that we don't know about because she's got his number now. Mark my words.
Just simple biology, how, a woman can have a baby and it's a baby, and where a man he can be with multiple women and have babies, so just by the simple fact with fraternity too, when you're talking about how with the men being the drones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this having a lot of men, it just doesn't make sense because of paternity. Well, who would be the father? She got pregnant and she had multiple men. Well, how would she know who the father is? How would we have lineage, and how would we have society where these men?
Okay, so this is where the power comes in. Okay, now the fact that she has multiple men, she's in charge who she gives her pussy to. So she decides which one of you male creatures that she's going to procreate with.
Oh, now it's her decision. It's not, oh, you gotta fucking suck when you don't want to. You gotta do this, otherwise he wants variety. Now, in this life, the woman has a choice.
That's number one. The pussy's cut off. I'm only going to fuck this guy until I get pregnant. Everybody else, get an extra job to make extra money, work, lift, build, do your thing, and I'm going to fuck just this one, right? And that's going to be the father of my child. I want to procreate with this one. The rest of you get back to work. Problem?
Well, I think the problem. Well, do you agree that men have egos, or ego? They're just egotistical. And,
Wait, talk nice and loud.
You heard him.
You didn't hear me?
Yeah, nice and loud. Okay.
Do you believe that men, as far as the male ego is concerned, you think that men, or that even in that realm, that men would even subject themselves to where there would be one woman that all these men would want to be with this one woman, right? And would want to impregnate, just be with her and be okay with a whole bunch of other men being with that one lady, with just the male, just the ego that men have. Because I know many men, and a lot of men would not want, other men being with their women.
Well, that's the point that I'm trying to make to you. This is not all about what you want, and this is not about your ego. We are speaking in terms of the woman being the prize, the queen who decides who she mates with and who gets to pass his DNA. So you have to humble yourself and allow us to decide who we want to be with. You are you're a drone and you serve us. Your job is to serve and worship us.
Wait. So how do we get past the point? How do we get to the point where where is my will in any of this even for any man to even agree to the scenario? Like, I get that's what you want, right? But in any relationship, there's two sides, right? There's what you want and what I want, right?
But we're not doing the relationship thing. We're doing the queen bee and drone bee thing. Meaning that I am the queen of the castle and you are my servant.
Yes, who though?
Mother Nature.
Where does Mother Nature say that? Like,
look at the bees. Look at the bees.
Okay. All right, but we're not bees.
But like I said, if she said we don't.
Like I said, we're not bees.
Don't have to figure anything out. All we have to do is study what's around us, and we will see the truth.
Well, we can look at monkeys, right? And we can look at other things. It doesn't work that way with mammals. We're mammals. We're not insects, right?
And like I said, without the bees, there is no life.
Oh, she gonna stay on that. He said we're mammals, not insects. Oh, she gonna stay on them bees. Oh, she gonna stay on the bees. Come on, Al Smooth. Come on.
Okay? Because the bees pollinate everything and make everything that you see on earth, the trees, the plants. Without the bees, there is no life. So follow the bee, and then you will see what you're supposed to do.
I disagree with this.
You see, Mother Nature doesn't really like the male. After the black widow spider fucks the other spider, she bites his head off. She doesn't really like y'all. And if you look at the dogs and the cats, after they have the baby, they chase the boy off because he's a predator, because he's a threat. So nature is not too privy on liking the male. The male has a job to do. He must stay in check, and he must be what? He must be kept in line. Otherwise, he's going to run amok, kill the children. That's why they run him off. When you get too close to the puppies, she will bite your head off. Because even nature knows that the male is a threat and a predator and a hunter.
But also, there's another side of the coin where we also, you're looking at the shadow, but you know about the light and the dark, right? Because you're looking at you're looking at the dark side of the male, right? But there's also a light side, right? Where the opposite of killing would be saving, and protection and provision, where the dark side of the male would be, killing, stealing, raping, doing bad things like that. So, there are two sides, and there are good and bad men. Right?
Well, there are two sides, but the side that you really are is the dark side. And we have to force you to do the light side, which is provide, protect, act right, not rape, not run crazy and run amok. We have to have laws in place because your nature is the dark side. And in order for you to have the light side, we got to do things to keep you in check, like have laws to keep to deal with your basic nature. Your basic nature is not provider and protector. It's destroyer, rapist, hunter, killer. That's your basic nature, sweetheart.
And what's the basic nature of the female?
The basic nature of the female is a godly nature, meaning that she has unconditional love. She's a nester. Nester. She's a nester who is supposed to provide a stable environment for her young to continue the life cycle.
And none of that is you. You are none of that you just said. You are none of that.
Okay, she has unconditional love, and she is a protector of her young. She's a provider of her young. And basically,
oh boy, he must not know. He must not know how she did her children. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he would clap back on that. And that's the thing about these new people coming in, these young girls who do not know of all the lives of the past that she has deleted. Oh my goodness. Take a stroll down memory lane on my channel. They just don't know. They just do not know.
The male is just supposed to be a helpmate. You're supposed to be my helper. You were never supposed to lead anything. And what men have done is led us down a one-way trip to hell with pollution, damaging of the ozone layer, deforestation of the rainforest, extinction of animal species. They're leading us to hell on earth, sweetheart. They fucked up the eco balance of the earth. So you were not supposed to lead anything. You destroy. You do not understand balance. You don't respect life. Okay? So basically, for you to even be in my presence, you have to do what I say, because I know more than you. I'm smarter than you, and the decision maker that decides the benefit for all of the family. Because I don't have a big ego, which makes me selfish. I am unconditional love, and I do what's best for everybody in concern, not just myself, like a man.
So you would say that women make the best decisions and choices in a relationship.
They make. They're supposed to be the decision makers of the household. They're supposed to execute the orders, and you're supposed to go out there and do it. Like a pack of bees attacking a person. The queen executes the order. I feel threatened. She's laying on her eggs with her big fat ass, and the male drones, you ever got attacked by a bunch of bees, sweetheart? You'll understand what I'm saying. The queen gave them that order. Go out there and kill whatever's threatening me. They got orders by the queen to do that.
Oh, okay. So what would you say? What would you say, like, about the women that are in prison that do kill their young or kill their husbands and things like that? Are those godly women too? The women that actually, that are
a lot of women that are in prison and that did stuff like kill their husband and stuff is because their lives were threatened, or they made poor decisions based on their male-minded thinking, or because they tapped into their nature as a woman and they acted like the Black Widow spider and bit that nigga's head off. Yes, ma'am.
So you do admit that women do have a dark nature too.
They tapped into their dark feminine energy and they bit that nigga's head off. Yes, ma'am.
So you don't believe that men have, just like women have a dark side to their nature, just like women have a dark side to their nature.
The male nature is the dark side. Their whole nature is the dark side. It takes us to give them light, sweetheart. It takes us to tell them, do this. You're not supposed to touch your children, honey. Children are not meant to be fucked. Okay? They're meant to be protected and continue a legacy. We have to make you not fuck children.
No,
The laws were put in place
No.
to make you not fuck children, sweetheart. If it
Well, the laws need to make you not fuck children either, Miss. I'll date a 14-year-old. Miss, I'm a college professor. I dream that I'm a college professor and my student wants to get a better grade and I'll tell them that they have to have sex with me. Miss Predator.
was up to you, you would fuck your own child.
No.
Yes, you would, sweetheart. You're animals. Men are animals. That's why when they go to jail, they be shaking in their boots. Because they know that they're animals. You locked up in there with animals? Wow.
When you even say that to me, like,
I'm not, listen, if I go to jail right now, I'm not going to be shaking in my boots, all right? You will. You will.
Well, I don't want to go to jail. I don't think anybody really wants to go to jail.
Sweetheart, men are animals. If I go to jail and I'm locked in there with women, my fear level is not going to be anywhere near your fear level. Okay?
Well, yeah, I'm with grown men.
I'm surrounded by estrogen, unconditional love, empathy. You're surrounded by, I'm going to rip your asshole up for some ramen noodles. Okay?
Yeah, it's a little different, for sure.
Oh, it's a lot different. It's a lot different, sweetheart.
Here's what I will say. You'll let me get this off. Men, because of the hormones in our body, we handle aggression differently. But saying that, women handle aggression in passive aggressive, manipulative mental games. Not that we're because men are strong, so we use physical strength to dominate and to control, right? And it's aggression. We have aggression with testosterone. But that's not to say that women are not aggressive like men. Women tend to use mental, manipulative words and things like that. Well, poisoning and talking to their other sisters behind their backs to control or to put shame on other women to basically subject them. So women don't use strength to subject women, or like men do. Men use physical strength, but women use the mental aspects of shame, guilt, and emotional trauma.
Because we're in touch with our emotions.
Passive aggressive ways. We're both aggressive. We just do our aggressive ways different. Men do it physically, women do it emotionally and mentally. But they're both equally bad. We just do it different ways. And so I would say that men, because we're physical is worse than, because truthfully, I would think that if, say for instance, I physically hurt a guy, right? I beat a guy up and I put him in the hospital. But you as a woman could go and tell 10 other guys that I did something, right? And you can get 10 guys to turn against one man with your words. You didn't physically beat this man up, but you put it out there through the mental and through your words, right? To cause an effect that actually happened where you didn't do it physically, but you could get somebody else to do that physical for you.
Well, it's kind of funny that we use our mental. We use our mental because we're smarter and we're in tune with our emotions.
Well, that's what you have to work with. Guys are physical, women are more mental. And you're gonna. That's not to say that you're not aggressive. You're aggressive. You can be aggressive. It's just in a different way, is what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? We're physical, mentally and emotionally, like with your words, aggressive. So that's how I look at that. Not that you're just this divine, can't do nothing wrong, and the guy can't do. We'll do things physically. Because two guys can get in a fight. We can get in a fight. Guess what? We'll be shaking hands tomorrow, right? And you can get in a fight with a girl. You probably never forgive her in your life. You see her 10 years from now, you still want to kill her. So we know how to let things go too. Which is peace. We know how to create wars, but then we also know how to settle things through, diplomacy. And letting things go. Hey, we beat each other up, now it's over, we can move on. I don't see that with women too much. When two women hate each other, they're going to hate each other forever.
That's not true.
They ain't going to be next year fool now.
That's not true. Because we don't have we don't have ego. Men have ego, and that's
No, you said women have egos, don't Crystal. No. And women do carry grudges.
separates you from God. Women have unconditional love, so I could be mad at my girlfriend and then she'll be like, girl, you know I love you. You my bitch. You know you my bitch, girl. Stop playing. And then we'll just hug and make up. But not a man.
Oh, come on now, Crystal. You hate me. How many years has it been now? Just because I call out the truth about you?
Ego will make him hold onto that grudge forever.
Well, okay. Well, it was a good conversation. I got to go take care of my kids because I provide. I'm the guys that you say that don't exist, and provide for the queen bee. And I just wanted to step up and let you know that I'm listening. And there was a few things that I disagree with. That the man is supposed to, or men supposed to serve a woman. My biggest issue with that is just a paternity issue. Is that a woman, once she's pregnant, she can have one baby to one man, and within.
And that's what you have to check your ego. And if we say we're not going to have sex with multiple men, just because I have a lot of husbands, it doesn't mean I have to have sex with all of them. I decide who I'm going to mate with, and I close off the factory and mate with this one person until I get pregnant. And the rest of you have to deal with that.
Why? Why do we have to deal with that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Why do we have to deal with that? At that point, like, where do you feel like you think that a man should have to deal with a woman?
Because you were never supposed to have any say so in anything. You were supposed to be our servant.
And where does that come? Where does this come from? Like, where are you getting these rules from? That's what I want.
The same way you got your rules, and we got to do this, and we got to do that, and serve you, and you can have 30 wives, and we got to take it.
No.
She's not answering the question. Where did you get that idea from? Answer the question, Crystal.
That doesn't go down like that. That doesn't go down. And usually when men have multiple women, from what I've heard, because I don't have multiple women, it's all agreed upon. That's like something that people,
No, they don't agree with that. Men are selfish. They know that women get jealous, and they don't give a damn. They say, I want another wife, and I don't care. They basically bully you into, because he likes variety and he's a greedy motherfucker, he pushes that shit on you, and you're supposed to take that L.
No.
Yes.
No, I mean, it's a free country,
And because everything's so expensive now, it makes more sense that we have multiple. If you deal with men, you have multiple men working for you like a bunch of bees. I stay my fat ass home, and I got a bunch of men working for me, and I decide when I want to mate with them. That makes more sense.
Sounds like you open yourself up to a lot of problems. A lot of hardships, emotional, crazy stuff that just. I mean, it's not, it might sound good, but I don't see how that would.
Well, women are divesting. Women are divesting from y'all, and if y'all want us to deal with y'all got to do things our way.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. I don't see guys being able to deal with that. I just know guys. I'm a guy. I'm very. For one, we are made to be territorial. Males are very territorial and very possessive,
And don't forget the ego. Don't forget the ego.
Ego, yeah. We're very ego. I admit that, ego, because I personally, with my ego, I would not like coming in the house after working all day and then seeing another dude, in the room with my wife. I just couldn't handle that.
But you expect us to handle it in Islam, right?
No. I don't agree with that. I think it should be, man and a woman working together to create a stable, functional family where they're raising children, and that those kids are coming up with a father and a mother, and that they are stable and seeing how a man and a woman functions through good and bad problems, through the hard times, the good times, so that when they finally get of age, that they've seen their parents work through hardships, and that they know how to now go and navigate that in a functional relationship. Because
we tried that.
One of the biggest issues that we have is that we are not staying together, mother and father in the house. So the kids are growing up not seeing what the arguing, the normal arguing and fighting that happened because of just dispute, because of life. Things happen. You're gonna have arguments, and then kids get a chance to see how the conflict resolution of that, and that the parents still stay together and work together, so that when they get of age and they have those relationships, they saw their parents work through those issues, and that they know how to function and not just bail out, on relationships when problems come. So I think that's a benefit to the kids to be able to say, hey, I've seen a functional relationship with my mom and dad. They had hard times, they fought, they argued, but they made it work, and I've seen how it's supposed to work and how they did it, and they had a model for that. But when it's just the mom, there's no model of how relationships are supposed to work, so they're going in with an idea, but they've never seen it before. It's like imagination. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm imagining beautiful relationship and how things like Disney and TV and how it's supposed to be. And then when you finally get into it, right, you have this imagination of what you think, but you've never seen it. So, or when you do have hard times, like, that's not what I imagined.
But we tried that with y'all. We tried to make it work, like with Cardi B and Offset. Y'all like variety. You destroyed a home. You are lust-driven.
Oh, there she goes with celebrities again. Good grief.
And you will put new pussy over your family. Like, you guys are not... I get what you're saying, but your nature does not allow you to be, what you just described. You give into your animal lust, you destroy the family, and it is what it is. Cardi B's going through it right now.
Yeah. Well, there's good and bad. I don't think Cardi B is perfect. I don't think he's perfect. I think that
she's not perfect, but she don't cheat on her husband, sweetheart. She has honor, and she never cheated on Offset. Offset is always cheating on her, making her cry. She finally got tired of his ass, and she's getting a divorce now.
You know what though? You know what I hate though? I really do hate, like, when we start looking at celebrities and as models of
celebrities are huge.
Thank you, Al Smooth. Thank you. She keep looking at celebrities as models that we're supposed to follow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Human too.
I do. I agree. But I just feel like when we look at celebrities, they don't live normal lives like we do. They don't live in a regular society. They're living in a whole different world where cameras and these people have so much money, go through any types of hardships like we have to go through on a daily basis.
But it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with character. The character of the male is a fucked up character. It really is. And it has nothing to do with being a celebrity. Everyday blue collar men do this to their family. They get new pussy and they dump their family over some new pussy.
I think we're talking about certain. There are. I know it can sound very cliche, but there are men like what you're saying, but there's also men that are not that way though. There's men that do not do those things.
Eventually they'll bump into a wall and they'll do the same thing. If they be with her long enough and they be bored with her pussy, they gonna do the same thing.
I think that's where the jaded part comes from. That's where I think that you're jaded. That's just it. It's like, once you've seen or been hurt so many times that you get to this jaded point where it's all, it's all you guys gonna do this, all of your.
Why is it such a struggle? Why is it?
Al Smooth, yeah, she jaded. All men do it. All men this. All men that. She don't know nothing about a happy home or a happy relationship between a man and a woman. She ain't seen it, and anybody that has it is lying. You're wasting your time, man. You're wasting your time.
Such a struggle. I'm gonna ask you a question. Why is it such a struggle for you to be with one woman? Why do y'all have such
I don't have a problem.
You don't get bored?
No, I mean I don't get no. I mean, of course we all have the imaginary, you see things, especially with the way, the way it's out there. That's nature to be able to see and want things that that you can't have. But, I guess when I walk through a store, let's put it like this, I can walk through a store, right, and I'll see nice watches and stuff like that, all types of different things, and I'll be like, man, I want that, I wish I had that, but I'm not going to steal that because I want it, or just take it because I want it. I can look at things and appreciate the beauty of things without actually taking or partaking in those things.
Thank you.
Of course, there's beauty.
You make it seem so easy. You males struggle with your sex drive. You struggle.
I'm not saying it's easy.
Okay.
It's not easy. It's a war. It's a battle. It's a battle all the time. It's a battle that, within me all the time when I'm seeing things that I'm constantly bringing myself. But here's the thing. I want to tell you, this is not for me, but it's for me. It's my kids, right? My legacy, right? And I also look at everything that I've built, that together, to where we went through some hard times. I have children, and I look at the cost. I look at the cost and of stepping out, right, and destroying everything that I put my work into and my time and my children. And I look at, well, okay, I could do this, right? That's beautiful, right? I could do this. I could go with that woman, right? And then, or I can and ruin everything that I built for my children and destroy all of that for that urge and love. And like I said, it's not easy, but you can also say, hey, this is what I have, and I can choose this or I can keep this. And it's constantly, I keep coming back to, well, what's more important to me? My family's more important to me, right? My children are more important to me. Everything, this is more important to me than this 20 minutes of pleasure over here, right? So it's not that it's easy. It's kind of like you build something and it grows into something you can kind of look at. Well, do I really want to destroy everything? The time.
But you're making it seem like men think. They think what they did. They see some nice titties, a nice ass, everything goes out the window. And then a girl turns around, oh my gosh, she smiled at me. She's motioning me over. And everything goes out the window.
It's a choice. I'm telling you, it's a choice. It's a choice. You can choose to do. You can choose. It's always a choice, right? You can choose to be happy and keep building on to what you have, and to realize, hey, if I keep the path, my kids are going to be set up right.
You are acting like men think. They think with their dicks. Like, are you serious right now?
Some. Some, I said some. S-O-M-E.
Oh my God.
Some men do. Yes, some men are very weak. I agree. Some men are very weak in their flesh. It's very strong.
You know what? It sounds to me like you covering up for male nature.
No.
She just. Oh my goodness. All men are bad. Oh man, it's all of them. It's all of them. It's all of them. Crystal swirls. Girl, get some therapy. I mean, seriously, get some therapy, girl. Get some therapy. If you truly think this about men, leave them alone. Stop the oils, stop the spells, stop it all. Stop it all.
You trying to make it seem like only some men are like, no. All of them struggle with their sex drives. They have low impulse control. They're ego-driven, which means that they're selfish. And they don't think about their family. They don't think about the consequences. They think with their dick. Damn, look at them titties. Damn, look at that ass. I want a piece of that.
You know why? Because we have very, I know people, like, we can look at society and see great men, right, that have built huge things. They built a lot of things, and their families are intact and solid, together. But we wouldn't even have society if everybody was doing what you said they're doing. Society would be screwed up. Like, for one, we'd be at war. Because for one, there's a unwritten law, right, with men man is married, that he is not, a married man to a married man, there's an unwritten law where if a man sleeps with another man's wife, right, and other men find out about that, he's cut off. He's kicked out. Like, you can't have, because you know why? Because what happens is when another dude sleeps with another man's wife and you don't out him.
And what they do in those Arab countries when that happens, no.
And he'll create disorder in everybody's lives. So we don't like those type of dudes. We don't like those type of dudes.
But you stick with the bro code. You stick with the bro code. This is why I cut you off. Okay.
Go ahead.
In those Arab countries, they don't take the man and drag him into the center of the town and stone him to death with heavy bricks. They drag the woman and do that to her. So they're not looking at the man that, oh, you fucked that man's wife. Come here, sir. No, they let him go and they drag that bitch by her hair in the center of the town square, and all of the men throw stones at her until she dies.
I can't speak for Arab countries and what they do over there. No.
Wow.
Exactly. She's talking about some other place, but she wants to apply it to all men. Oh boy, all men are bad. Every single last one of them, blah, blah, blah. But you steady, secretly having sex and giving up your celibacy and again, the oils and the spells, trying to make them do this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. These men that just can't do right. You constantly seek ways to make them want you.
Agree. I disagree with a lot of with that.
Okay.
And I'm not for that. Stoning women and beating women or in any which way like that.
Like I said, men. Let me explain something about men. We're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
We're not being bothered. We don't want to have sex. We're celibate. We're single. A lot of us. And because you're pushing this 50-50 crap down our throat, we're not taking that. This is what you put on the table. We're not taking that. And because, so we'd rather just be alone and single and pay for our own shit and have peace than to have to worry about our periods coming late.
Well, if you rather have that, then why the spells and the oils? Why complain? Men don't provide. Every time you complain, you're saying, hey, look, I don't like what you're doing. You need to change so that I can be with you. Because if you really didn't want them, we would not continuously have these lives of you complain they don't do this. This is insanity. This is straight up insanity.
Getting AIDS, getting diseases, getting killed. And now that we're leaving, it seems like you guys are trying to act on your best behavior. Oh, not all men. Oh, some men. We've seen enough. We've seen enough.
I just want for the women in your group to hear that all men are not. Because here's the thing, I believe that men and women work best when they're together. I really do believe so because there's weaknesses in me that there's weaknesses in me that a woman brings out, right? And there's things that she's strong in, there's things that I'm weak at.
Well, we got somebody in the chat that asking you a question. Somebody's asking you a question. She said,
let him finish.
She said 70.
No, let him finish talking. You just want to come over. Ooh boy, she wants to argue. If she can't be happy with him, she wants to argue. Invitation to argue. Can't fuck them, fight them. That's what this is. This is her way of interacting with the male again.
There's a 70% non-marriage rate in the Black community. Ask him to explain that, says G Chase.
70%?
Yep.
Okay. Well, and this is just from me, from what I've.
Well, it's 70%, not 100%. So there are some men who don't do this shit that you're talking about.
Experience, right? There's, for one, like I said, men, this whole thing that you're talking about, just with the topic that you're talking about, where women are with multiple men, and that's more, to me, that's more of a masculine type thing, that a woman would be wanting to control men and wanting a whole harem of men. It's like almost like it's like with
we want you to explain why there's 70% no marriage in the black community.
The opposite way. So I'm getting back to the point. I think that we've lost. Here's the big issue. The big deal.
That status false. The overwhelming majority of people of all races marry. They're gonna have their own statistics. They're basing that stat on ATL and DC. Probably right. Yeah.
Is that we've lost what it's like to work together is in the black community. We've lost the family, just the family structure, right?
So the men, the men walked out. The men walked out, sweetheart.
No. Well, yeah. Well, we can go into history and how all that went down in the '60s, and how welfare was, get the man out of the house, and government became the father, or the daddy to a lot of women, and men were not allowed in the house once you accepted welfare into the when men were.
So you blaming welfare?
Well, I'm not blaming welfare. I'm just saying there's a lot of structural. There was a lot of stuff there was a lot of government just putting its finger on the black community, because if you think before the '60s, the black community was married at over the white population. They were married at a higher rate.
I've never heard of that. But what I do believe, this is what I believe. I believe that black men got laid.
Let that man talk, whether you believe, heard it, not heard it. Let him speak. Dude, as soon as you say something she don't like, she's going to overtalk you. It's just the way it is.
Lazy. Black men got lazy and they walked out. They did a mass exodus. Shout out to Lexus Exodus. They did a mass exodus. And they said, you know what? Fuck you, black bitch. You got the system.
No.
You got welfare and you got the free cheese and you got.
And I know women who will have another kid just to get more money. She's not worried about getting married or him staying in the home, just to have another kid so she can get some more money. I know women like that.
The free butter. You don't need me. And they got lazy. They said, let the white man take care of you. That's what really happened.
You're forgetting about Vietnam. Vietnam, remember when all the men had to go to war and the women had to then pick up jobs because the men were at war? That's when it started. And then
that was actually World War II.
World War II, yeah. And men were at war, right? And then women had to go and they had to get.
So it started in the 40s and it reached its peak in the 60s, sweetheart.
In the 60s, right? With that's where I was kind of reaching into the Vietnam area, things like that. And then with the war, guys, when they came back, they had welfare that did not, women took the welfare, and the guys were, guys did not. They came back. There weren't as many job opportunities. Guys were trying to get their feet, back on the ground, get stable and stuff like that. They had welfare, didn't want the men in the house.
Okay, okay.
A lot of guys weren't educated, so there was a lot of institutional things that led to why guys didn't just walk out the house. You know what I'm saying?
So guys didn't just walk out the house. I'm gonna have to cut you right here.
No.
This is what happened. They came back from the war and found out all of these social programs set up for women.
Yes.
And they got lazy. That's really what happened, sweetheart.
No, that's not. No, you had it partially right. That part was right. They came back from war and saw that there was the government set up these institutions for women to pay, which needed, but you couldn't have men in the house, and there was no program set up to help these men coming back from trauma, PTSD, drugs that were over, and guys are coming back in bad shape. You know, seeing people.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with this part. When men came back, right, and they said you can't be in the house. We'll take care of. We'll give you welfare. We'll give you the free cheese, but the man got to go. So you took it. You said, "Oh shit, this is perfect. The kids are taken care of. They get to eat, and I get to run around fucking everybody." That's what really happened, sweetheart.
That's not what happened. That's not.
Look at. Oh my goodness, you will continue to make it a man's fault.
Then crack your head.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all looked at it and you were happy that the welfare came. Because now you had a way to feed your children and you had your freedom. And you could run around, run amok, and fuck everything. And create single family homes.
It's a little grace. It's a little grace to be able to look outside and be like, you know what? The situation was a hard situation for everybody that led us to where we are now. And to where we go from being the most married to now under 30%. I'm just answering the question to what the lady in the.
So you saying that black men didn't walk out on their families?
I think perfect. I'm just saying that there was a reason, you know, and it was not easy for anybody at that time. It wasn't like, I just don't want the narrative to be, hey, yeah, men went to war and then all of a sudden they came.
Because Brad's family stayed stable. Brad's family stayed stable. Jose's family stayed stable. It was only you niggas that walked out in droves.
Yes. If you look back, right?
Oh my God.
A lot of that was sold to, you know, because overall white families stayed together. They did not do that. And even to this day, if you look at it, white families they don't push to break up their homes or take government check. Now it's starting to take it a whole. That's the biggest problem. The biggest problem is that these things with the music and the culture, it's starting to affect everybody now. You know, but back then, white women didn't do that to their men. They didn't do that, right? They didn't just break up their home and accept government. You know what I'm saying? They didn't accept
white women. Actually, welfare was created for white women whose husbands went off to war.
Yes.
That's what the original program was for.
The culture of it. The culture. It wasn't like, hey, we need to get rid of our men.
But the white men came back.
Them out of the house.
Sweetheart. The white men came back from the war and they still were the head of the household and they stepped in there and they manned up. They said, thank you for the welfare while I was gone, but I'm back now. Let's get back to business. Yes. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all took it as an opportunity to say, bye, bitch. The kids are fed. I don't need to do nothing.
No, because it was like the no man in the house rule. You got to think, if you accepted welfare, you couldn't have it. So for them to come back, right? For them to come back, that means that they had to denounce the welfare, correct?
But my thing is this. Once y'all came back from the war, why couldn't you do what the white man did, get a factory job, and step in there and say, we don't need this program anymore. I'll take over from here. You didn't do that. You looked at it as an excuse to say, bye, I can run amok and I can get all the pussy I want now. The kids are fed. I don't feel guilty because the kids have welfare to take care of them. That's really what happened.
Here's the difference. There's a big difference that we're not looking at.
Oh my God.
For one, we're looking at America, right? And we're trying to say, well, racism just doesn't exist, right? So for a white man to come back home, right, from war, and for his parents to have businesses and things like that, or be able to get a job from friends and people that he knows, it'd be easier for him to do, right? Versus someone coming and not owning anything and not having businesses or having that structure to be able to come back into.
A lot of these white men were poor. They were poor and they came back and they took over.
I agree. But we have to still understand what we're coming back to, right?
Oh my God.
You know, so racism's just gone now. So as soon as the war's over, there's no structural.
So you're gonna use racism as an excuse not to?
No, I'm just the reality of it. Why couldn't because you ask the question, why couldn't the black man just all of a sudden come back home and get a factory job, right? After having no education exploitation, just coming back from war, PTSD.
But here's the thing: even if the white man said you can't be in the house, if the white man said you can't be in the house, fine, go away, get a factory job, save all your money, and come back home. You didn't do that. You stayed away.
But you also are forgetting one key. There's one key that you are forgetting, and I just want to put that out there. When we left, right, women had to pick up the majority of the work, right, because men were at war. So those jobs that black men had were now filled with women, right? So now women are in the workforce, and now you guys are working. And then the white guys are going to get their jobs, right? And the white women are working, and the black women are working. And now black men are trying to come in and get jobs at factories that now what? Everybody is in the workforce now. So this is what's going on. You know, we got black women now taking these jobs, right? We got white women now taking these jobs. We got white men taking the jobs. And then you're saying, black men, why can't you go get a job? It's well, there's not that many jobs left, right? If everybody, we got a whole new.
Good morning, Red Wings.
I mean, the women are now working.
We got a problem with that. Somebody said women catnap. Said women were secretaries, and another one said black women were maids. So you had every opportunity to get a factory job. You didn't want to be bothered.
Also doing factory jobs. Women were definitely doing factory jobs. They were doing factory labor. Women had to pick up. Women, it's even in the history books. You had to look it up. Women with you never seen a picture.
So you saying that they didn't hire the black man? They didn't hire the black man? That's what you telling us? That's why y'all couldn't take care of your family?
I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that we have to understand the country that we live in, right? We have to understand that there was racism, right? There was no black people in general didn't own that many businesses. We didn't just own everything like society. So say for instance, I had a buddy, right? I had a buddy, and I'm a white guy. Let's just put it a white guy. I have a whole bunch of friends. I go off the war, right? And when I come back, my daddy and my great grandfather owns a factory. I come back from war. I don't even have to apply for that job. They be like, "Hey, I got a job for you down over here, buddy. Come get this job." I have buddies that own stuff and know, I can get a job easy because I know people that own things, right? We didn't have that. Plus on top of it, we got a whole new work.
So basically, nobody wanted to hire the poor black man, right? Nobody wanted to hire the poor black man.
Not as a whole. I'm just saying that it would take a little effort, right, with programs to get us up to speed because you had guys that were coming back from war with PTA.
You got company. Somebody gonna chew your ass up.
Ooh, she's enjoying this.
Khadijah, chew this motherfucker up. Khadijah, get him. She gonna get you. And I'm not gonna stop her either.
Of course you're not.
Get him. Khadijah. Oh God, what is she doing? Khadijah, what's going on, baby?
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Talk more. You got to speak louder, sweetheart.
Okay, hold on.
Take them earphones off or whatever that shit is.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I saw that you was live. I've been missing like the last few lives. So I'm like, let me call in or get off the line. What's the topic about?
Basically, we talking about men never really ever wanted to provide for us. And the dude that was on the phone, he was rambling on, and he said that when black men came back from the war, they came back to, the women had the jobs, the black women had the job, and girl, he was just talking a bunch of shit. I'm sorry.
I mean, black women did. When the fuck have black women ever stopped working though? Like, in what day and era have black women, since the inception of America, when have black women ever had the opportunity to sit their fucking ass down and be a housewife? When?
Never. And I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm gonna tell you something else too, sweetheart. You know, he's basically trying to cover up for what they did back then. What happened back then? Black men saw that we had a program. We had social programs in place. Section 8. We had, you know, low-income housing. We had welfare. So they said, oh, this is my opportunity to sneak out the back door. I don't got no responsibility no more. Let the white man take care of you. That's what really happened.
Yeah, I heard. See, I'm still in my 20s. I heard that these motherfuckers, they've been left. Like, they've been left black women from the time that they got evicted off the plantation. I heard that they never even really wanted to fuck with. I mean, damn, they sold our asses into slavery. Duh, they hate us. I mean, isn't that?
You know, Brad did everything he could, because he knew the first thing when he set the chains off these niggas, he knew the first thing they would go for was his woman. He knew that. That's why they was doing all that lynching and hanging niggas, trying to keep them in check, trying to scare them away from Becky.
I heard that the shit that happened in the Tulsa massacre thing, I heard that it was a nigga. He was in the elevator. It was a little 14-year-old girl. She was working as the elevator, like, assistant, the person that, like, you know, takes you up to the floor. And it was a nigga got in there, and he touched on that girl. She was screaming for her life. And her people came looking for that nigga, and he had ran away, like, left town or some shit. And they said they was looking for him. And so I guess when they pulled up at his house, then somebody shot the sheriff. Somebody, like, another black dude that was, like, standing up for him, even though he had already done left town, shot the sheriff, and that's what turned it up. I heard that that's what really happened, and it wasn't called Black Wall Street. It was called Little Africa. It wasn't called Black Wall Street. They renamed it Black Wall Street when they rebuilt it.
And they still crying about that fucking, what do you call that? What's the name of that town? Tulsa?
Yeah.
That got burned down. Oh, we used to have our own.
She doesn't realize white males stole just about everything from other people, to include this land called the United States. Well, you know, Brad can't do anything wrong unless he's done something, you know, directly to them.
Little town in it. Okay, nigga, build another one. What the fuck?
But every situation, it seems like every situation is always a nigga behind that shit. That the reason why shit get torn down, the reason why they gotta come in and put their boot back on their necks, because you won't leave these white women alone.
Mm-hmm.
When they told you, stay your fucking ass, that's why they got segregation. Stay your ass over there. Build your own shit. Don't come over here. But what they want to do?
They want to nest in another man's community that he built up with his hard work and his sweat and his tears, and they just want to plop their ass there, fuck they women, and take over.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do.
And they got the nerves to sit over here. But you know what? I can't really blame them, because black women, we have allowed them to get away with murder. So, and we take up for them. So this is the result. It's the result of the shit. Now these motherfuckers talking about some fucking 50-50, and then they want you to pay half their bills, suck their dick, cook their food, and then they want to black your eye at the end.
Well, this is what I think. I think Brad and Jose want to do the same thing Tyrone got away with. He got away with not taking care of you. Why I got to do it? That's what this shit really is about. All right?
I don't know about Jose. Jose still acting like he got some sense, but Brad for sure.
Or maybe it's just the Jose's that Crystal deals with.
Brad is horrible.
Like Brad, I don't fuck with white kids. Like,
Brad is horrible.
No more.
When the social scientists look back 100 years from now, what happened back in 2024? All right? When it's 3024, they're going to look back and they're going to say, what happened here? We had a whole movement of black women. They had their rights. They were available, and the white men didn't approach them. They didn't provide for them. What happened here? Scientists are going to look at this shit years from now. We are making history. And they're going to want to know what stopped white men from getting with this particular group of women. After all of that deprivation and you can't do this and you can't do that. What stopped them?
From hanging out with Tyrone. That's what stopped them.
Or maybe he's just a white guy that doesn't date out. That's a thought.
Mm-hmm.
They think because they date out, everybody's gonna date out. Everybody wants them. No, there are some white men that don't date out. There are some black women who don't date out. Y'all call them mammies. Not everybody dates out.
So, I don't like this shit how they let Becky run them through the mud and take half their shit, and then they want to come and date black women and basically we gotta work hard. Bitch, you didn't Becky didn't have to work hard. So just because we got taken advantage of by Tyrone, don't mean that you gotta slack off on your half. You think you gonna come over just like these fucking apes and think that you don't gotta provide anything. We gonna just take care of you and mammy for you. And
he want to do the same. He want the same treatment that Tyrone got. Now check this out. Catnap, where you at, baby? Catnap said they are loyal to their women. Come on, y'all. They know good and damn well that they my woman laid up and she was able to stay home. And
3024, wouldn't that be like 1,000 years from now? Not 100 tinkle bucket. Yeah, she don't know the math.
What that got to do with you, black bitch? Now get to work. Get to work.
They're even more loyal to Ming Lee than they are to Becky.
That's crazy. And we get the short end of the stick. Because they did not do that to Ming Ling. They did not do that shit to Ming Ling. They put Ming Ling in the house. They gave her, the girl, they gave her the same thing they gave Becky. We the only race that they don't want to take care of us.
Because they may not date black women. Good grief. Not every white man dates black women just because you want him to date you. Oh, my goodness. All this comparison with Becky and what she has and that. It's ridiculous. You so worried about what everybody else is doing, you can't even get your own life straight.
Said, well, bitch, you're used to it. Your race of men didn't take care of you, so I got to do it.
No, but Jose will take care of you.
Yeah, Jose will.
Yeah, there are black women in healthy relationships and marriages with men of other races. Yes, and that's only going to happen if that other race dates out too. And that's not everybody.
Will take care of you.
Jose ain't lost his fucking mind.
And now we got a bunch of them coming over here. We got a bunch of Jose's coming over here. So, black women that are not male divested, if that's the route you going, and you not male divested, I suggest you go over there with Jose. Leave Brad ass alone. Brad is fucked up. He will, and right away, if you go on a dating site, his first question out his mouth is, so what do? He's letting you know, bitch, you ain't gonna lay up on my shit.
Yep.
Now he letting you know.
Or they say some shit like, oh, my ex used me. You already know what that means. That means he not giving you shit. That's what that means.
And he basically said, oh, my ex wiped me out. She took me to the cleaners. Oh, she only wanted me for my money. Okay, so that basically means, bitch, you gonna suffer for what she was taken care of. I provided for her. She got the divorce settlement, and you ain't gonna get shit.
And so instead of whining about it and being stuck on that one man, you move on to the next one who's not going to give you that sob story. That's what you do. That's just what you do. man saying something you don't want to hear, you'll move on. But y'all thirsty. When you get your claws in one, you're going to stay on them and stay on them and stay on them.
We're going to start from scratch, bitch.
No, I'm not starting from
If you want this wrinkled up white dick, you got to start from scratch. Because those are the ones talking that shit, the ugly, wrinkled white ones.
Yeah, they are.
It's not even the handsome ones with the big dicks and they handsome. And they only 35. It's these
It's not even the one with the big dicks and they're handsome and they're 35. You know what? They're 35-year-old who broke and have small ones. It's big dick. They're good. Whew. Spoken like a whore.
Motherfuckers that are 49, 50, 55, 60 years old, washed up, wrinkled up, and they talking about they want you to they are like a woman. We work together. We have goals together.
No. They saying the same shit that Tyrone said about we're gonna build together. We're gonna build an empire. We're gonna build an empire. Meanwhile, you're gonna be doing all the fucking work. You're gonna be doing all the work. And Brad, see, he got a different plan. He used you as his retirement fund.
Oh yeah, and that's why he want to know what you got going on. That's why he's pushing you even to do a part-time job. Cause he's saying if I could get this bitch to pay $500 a month in bills, I could build up my retirement plan. In 8 to 10 years, I got $70,000 saved because this dumb bitch paid $500 a month.
Right.
Okay, so now this dumb bitch who worked part-time, blah, 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 retirement fund, at the beginning of this live, she was talking about women working part-time in an animal shelter or doing something like that, and that was okay. Now we a little over an hour into this, and all of a sudden now the part-time job is a bad thing. All this in the same fucking live. She don't stand on shit. She don't stand on. Ugh.
He said that he put that half of his rent, or his mortgage, and put that in his pocket. And here's the other thing that I uncovered about the 50-50 shit. Okay, you want 50-50 in this man's house for 5 years, 4 years, however long you stay in there. You don't pay 5 years of this man's mortgage.
Damn.
5 years of his mortgage.
Yes, and what he does, he gonna lie. The house is paid off because a lot of these white people, their parents handed them down the house. He gonna lie to you and tell you that the house isn't paid off. He gonna tell you that the mortgage is $1,500. You put in $650. I put in $650, and we both, it's not a lot of money, honey, but you gotta contribute. And he gonna take that $650 that you give him. He gonna put that shit right in his retirement plan. He gonna stay with you for about 5 or 6 years, dump your ass, and be right back on that dating site. That's what they doing. That's what they are doing. They are using black women as what? Retirement plans. Newsflash, ladies. And I know y'all are clutching your pearls.
Yep. They're the only ones that have the plan, have a plan. See, Tyrone, he's just gonna use you for a place to stay.
Right.
But Brad, he's gonna use whatever one.
You are the new 401k, bitch. Black women are the new 401k. Yes.
I gotta.
Yes, and you black women in her chat, y'all are her 401k with them $8.88, $1 cash app and everything else, so she can keep her lights on and buy wigs and have food. Y'all are taking care of Crystal Swirls now.
I know you gotta put that on a t-shirt.
I gotta put that on.
Put that on a.
Black women are Brad's new 401k plan. Okay.
I wonder if they're talking about this 401k and paying half the mortgage. I wonder if they would be okay if the man, whoever, Tyrone, Brad, or whoever, if he paid the mortgage and let's say the woman paid the cable, the electric, and the phone bill. Those things combined are a lot less than the mortgage. I wonder if they would be okay with that.
And let's look at a 401k when you working. Matter of fact, it's better than a 401k because for a 401k you might get like maybe $120 a month put to the side for your retirement. Not black women. You could get these black bitches to give you $600-700 towards the bills a month. That's way better and faster than a 401k. Instead of 20 years, you could do it in 5 years.
Right. And look, Crystal, these men, they get so mad when I be like, when they come at me with this fucking 50-50 shit, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I have my own house. Like, I'm not paying to live with you. I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to pay half your rent. What are you talking about? No, you pay half your rent. You just pay, I said, well, that means that I'm a woman.
He wants you to move in with him. He wants you to move in with him. And the reason why he wants you to move in with him, because think about it, he was paying all of his bills before he met you.
Yeah.
And you were paying all your bills before you met him. But you want to have him pay your bills while you still live in your house and he lives in his, but you won't move into his when he wants you to. And he'll still take care of everything.
Now that you met me, you want me to pay a portion. So that's going to be money that you saved. If I jump in there and pay a portion of those bills, that's going to be money you could put towards your 401k. You don't got to pay that money no more. You got me to pay it. That's what they doing. I got these motherfuckers figured out.
No, you don't.
I know they mad.
And see what they doing, and see, I'm in this group on Facebook, and this girl, she was complaining, and she thought that the dude was fetishizing her. No, they looking for the women with the low self-esteem. If you got a low self-esteem, you easy to fuck, you easy to tell anything to, you believe anything, then that's what they want. If you give them any kind of fight where you tell them that you're not thinking about sex, that you got plans for yourself, they gonna straight up block your ass because they looking for somebody that's gonna just bust down, that's the honor. That's all they looking for. That's all they looking for.
They either looking for sex or a 401k bitch. I'll wait.
But if you low self-esteem, you a good 401k bitch. You a good because you gonna go for anything. You gonna let them fuck you for nothing, and you also gonna pay half his bill.
So you know how they.
And that's Crystal Swirls.
Call us 304s. You know how they call us 304s? I'm going to call them 401ks. That's my new name for these motherfuckers that say, what do you do? I'm going to call you a 401k. All right? What do you bring to the table? They are feminine. Oh, my God. They are hypergamous and feminine.
But they know exactly what you bring to the table. But they trying to get you. See, this another ploy to try to see how low your self-esteem is to actually answer it. Never answer that shit. Never answer it.
First of all, the question, the proper way to say it is, I'm insulted. I stay away from men who ask me that question. That's what you say. I stay away from men who ask me that question.
He already know what you bring. He already know what you bring to the table. He already knows. He already knows because that's something that you would probably ask on a second date or some shit like that. That's something that you asked in, or maybe over the phone, or when y'all before y'all establish a relationship.
Because he putting you in a masculine role just by asking you that dumb shit.
Yeah, that's why I said don't answer that shit. Because he already know what you bring to the table. I think Quadratic was the one that said that men already know what you bring to the table before they even approach you. They see you. They know what type of woman you are.
And that's why they even approaching you.
Yes, most men prefer their own race, yeah. I mean, but for some, they just want to categorize men all the same. Especially if they've been hurt.
Because they know what you bring to the table. I know a lot of times, I'm working a lot of times. I'm always in my truck. If I'm not in my truck, I'm still pulling up in my truck in all these different cities. And when these men approach me, you already know what I bring to the table. You already know. You saw the truck, nigga.
Well, I listen. I like what Catnap. Sweetheart, you doing your thing tonight. I like that. She said, I see them every day fighting not to look. They suffering.
What?
They are fighting not to look. They punishing their own self. They don't want to lose the gender war, sweetheart.
They fighting not to look. Man. No, I definitely see this. And,
so what does she mean by that? What does Catnap mean by they're fighting not to look? What does that mean?
Okay, so.
How about you ask Catnap instead of assuming?
Okay, so I don't know if you saw this video, but it was a video of, I think, the lead attorney and some other motherfucker up there that's in the manosphere. And they were saying, we just gonna pass by black women and we're not gonna open the door, we're not gonna hold the door, we're not gonna speak to them or nothing, we're not gonna date them, we're not gonna talk to them, nothing. It's like that. So when I heard that, I started looking at the way that these dudes interact, these men out here interact, especially and I see it more with the Tyrone. They be trying not to look. But I mean, I'm easy on the eyes.
Look what Catnap said. She said it means white men give each other signals. They give each other, girl.
Wait.
Catnap, call up the chat, sweetheart. Call up the...
They're fighting not to look. That means white men are giving each other signals. I thought she was going to say that they're, fighting not to look at her because she's prettier or something. They're trying not to look or be caught. Look, white men giving each other signals. Yeah, let me see what that. What?
Please give her the number 904-209-8586. Break this shit down. She's onto something.
I don't see too many non-black women dating black males at large. Good morning, Miss Candy. Well, when it comes to interracial relationships, as far as I've seen more black guys with white women. Now, if I go to a tourist area, like the one that I live by, then it seems a little more reversed.
She's about to crack a code.
What was that number again? 904?
Yup, 209. Write it in the chat, please. Thank you.
209.
8586. Oh my God. They give you 86. So basically they say, look at that one. She's hot. But they give each other the look like, don't say nothing. Don't give into it. Yo, girl, if you don't call up this motherfucking phone, call this shit up.
Hold up. I was reading the comments. I missed what she said. I got to back up.
She's about to crack a code.
What was that number again? 904?
Yup, 209. Write it in the chat, please. Thank you.
209.
8586. Oh my God. They give you 86. So basically they say, look at that one. She's hot. But they give each other the look like, don't say nothing. Don't give into it. Yo, girl, if you don't call up this motherfucking phone.
Black guys tend to promote dating out, and I completely lost my interest in them, but most men aren't like that. I mean, to each their own, but this whole thing of all this and all that. But yeah, I have seen more in my lifetime. I have seen more black guys with white women than vice versa. But I'm starting to see more of the white men with black women. But mainly it has been the other way.
Call this shit up! Put us on!
Oh my goodness.
Because you're about to crack a code.
Again.
They looking at each other like, I know you want to say something to that one. She's hot, but don't say nothing. Though, because she's going to run back to the rest of the black women and let them know that we want them. Oh, shit.
Well, guess what? You just not going, okay, if you don't approach, you don't get no pussy. Stupid ass nigga.
That's crazy.
If you don't approach, then you don't get no pussy. If you don't approach, you don't get no pussy. But then y'all complain that that's all they want. But you gonna say that comment too? There's so much hatred in these women. They don't know what the fuck they saying from 1 second to the next.
Now, Catnap, call up the chat, sweetheart. She said, I'm moving on Wednesday, girl. I have a stalker above me. No, girl, why are you doing that to us? You came with 2 juicy comments and we want to know, and you playing with us. Damn, they on cold. That means
she gonna call. She said, I will call and donate this week. So,
girl, ain't nobody talking about no donate. That's wonderful. But we want to know about this.
Damn. What? I wouldn't even donate to her. I wouldn't even donate to her after that right there. I can't believe she just turned down some money that she really, really needs because she's so interested in this male hatred drama right now. Fuck the donation. I want to hear this drama that you got. I wouldn't give her a shit after that.
Shit about this. They look at each other like, shh, don't say nothing. I know you tempted to talk to that black bitch. Don't say nothing. They are fucked.
Let's see. All the other races of men do like us black women. It does exist. I do agree. Most men prefer to date their own. Yeah. If Crystal thinks white people are leaving their race to be with black anything, is a false idea. The stats don't show up as well. I agree, Cleon. Well, y'all know how she is. I don't even have to comment.
Drop some more jewels, Catnap, because...
Hold on, let me back up and hear this jewel. Sorry, let me back up.
She said, I'm moving on Wednesday, girl. I have a stalker above me. No, girl, why are you doing that to us? You came with 2 juicy comments and we want to know, and you playing with us.
Oh, I wonder what the race of the stalker is.
Damn, they on cold. That means
she gonna call. She said, I will call and donate this week. So,
girl, ain't nobody talking about no donate. That's wonderful. But we want to know about this shit, about this. They look at each other like, shh, don't say nothing.
But no guy is going to want a child abuser. She's literally abused 2 kids. Yeah. Lucky, not lucky, but it's a good thing it wasn't more than that.
I know you tempted to talk to that black bitch. Don't say nothing.
I know you attempted to talk to that black bitch. Damn, Crystal. Really? Is that what the man was saying about the black woman in your chat? She's a black bitch.
Girl, they are fucked up.
Drop some more jewels, Catnap, because what? I did not know that.
I did not know that either. Damn. No, so if one white man, because if they see an attractive black one, because I know I'm not crazy. Not everybody's obese. Some of you bitches are actually in shape, leveled up. So one white man will give a signal to the other, don't give in. Stand firm. Stand strong. Don't give in to your urges. Don't talk to her. Act like you don't see her. Yo, you can't make this up.
Wow.
You cannot make this up.
How did she talking about one man fighting not to look at her? How did that turn into him telling another guy not to look? Giving the man a signal. She's talking about one guy was fighting not to look. Where did the other man come into the scenario?
But Crystal, what I do notice is those Hispanic men, they approach, they will talk to you, they got confidence.
Brad is gonna find himself with a dry dick. A dry dick following Tyrone. Let him keep playing.
Brad's just gonna go back overseas. Like that's all Brad gonna do. He's just gonna go overseas, and that's what he's gonna do. That's what Brad gonna do. He's gonna go overseas.
You know why they going overseas? It's not just to fuck those underage kids. What they going overseas for also is to find a woman that jumps at a $50 bill like it's a lot of money. Okay.
Says the woman who was getting her panties all wet over $40 from a black male, Dr. Frat Bruh. You were screaming and hollering, talking about you were having an orgasm over $40. And you just said what you said about the 50 and the women overseas.
They want the women that they get that feminine essence, that feminine energy, but they don't got to put up with none of the expectations American women have. Because we're not going to jump at no $50.
Who can imagine taking Crystal to a company party of diverse people? I wouldn't. Nah, her ass does not fit. That's why that is why she can't. Any man of any substance, I don't care if he's Tyrone, he's Brad, he's Jose, they would never take her uncouth ass anywhere like that. Never. She lied about her first kid and she played with other women's hearts. She's vile.
Look at that shit like, where's the rest?
Yeah, but and that's why they really don't want to bring them over here. There are a lot of them talking about moving and just moving abroad. I just seen a veteran thing say that they want to move abroad in all of the places passport broke countries. They just want to go. They don't even want to stay in America no more. You know, because they
don't want to bring her back. They don't want to bring her back because they're scared she's going to become Americanized. She's going to get a divorce, and they're going to end up right where they started.
Yeah.
So they want to keep it in the country. Damn.
And a lot of those girls, you hear them talking, they say they don't want to live there. They want to go to America. They want.
Yeah. So if you run your ass over there, Brad, thinking that you're going to go over there and live in her country, she going to nag you until you give her her way and come back to America. The whole purpose of her fucking with you is to come here. Not so she can stay where she's staying. But I think what they do is they get to show off there. With the American dollar, it takes them a long way. So they'll go over there, they'll buy her family a cheap house. All right? The family kisses his ass. All right? And he's a celebrity over there. He got $15,000 American dollars and he bought a cheap house for the family to live in. He's a celebrity. Damn. She's being stalked. So, I had a really good time with this live, Khadijah. You dropped gems. I appreciate that. But I'm letting y'all know. These men, they never really want to take care of us. So now their dream is coming true. All right. The Passport Brothers thing is huge. It's only gonna get bigger. Because they not fucking with American women and we don't want to fuck with them. So where does that leave all of us? We don't want to fuck with each other. So why don't we just leave each other alone?
And you know what, Crystal? I said this on Instagram the other day, and I got a whole bunch of over 200 replies. I said that America is not for coupling. I said you come here, make your money, and that's it. Then if you want to, and I said this for men and women alike. If you want to go find love, you got to go outside the country. Man, this is for male and female. This is for us both. This is not for us. We don't need to be dating. We don't need to be doing none of that stuff here in America. All the men are going to be fucking each other in a short while. And after they done fucking each other and we come up out of the darkness, everybody that fuck with me gonna have HIV. Yep.
It's gonna be the land of HIV, and Atlanta is the capital.
Yep. Atlanta is going crazy right now with that shit. Everybody getting infected. All these bitches that was virgins and they going to college, Clark, Atlanta, Spelman, all of them, and they fuck these niggas. Guess what? They wake up with their pussy with bumps on it.
either with bumps on it or they start losing weight and shitting all over the place. And they're like, oh my God, my system, your immune system is breaking down. You sick, you fucked up, you go to the doctor.
Hey, water sniper, they have weird minds. Who thinks like this? Them. Them.
Oh, man, you're HIV positive. Why? Because, yeah, it's out there. That shit has never left. So now it's not the time to be running around fucking it. And now I notice a lot of them are infected because a lot of them said, where can I come at? Where you gonna let me come at? In your mouth, in your pussy? So they want to give it to you. When you hear that type of talk, see, a lot of times when I go on a dating site, I'm listening to what's going on out there.
Oh, you're on the dating site trying to find your next top shelf Todd or G. Miss Male Divested, don't want anything to do with them, but you steady on them dating sites trying to catch your next trick. But you end up getting tricked.
So when I hear this type of talk, notice I talk to these men on a dating site. Only 2 of them have been to my house.
What? Why? Why, if you're just talking, why do they need to come to your house?
I talk to these men on video chat when I'm lonely, when I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? I get to see what's going on. I pick their brain.
When you're lonely and you're bored, you're not picking their brain. You're trying. Oh, I don't need them. I can entertain myself. I can get on YouTube. I'm happy with my own company. You just said that, maybe in the last month. And now when you're lonely and bored, you go on the dating sites and 2 of them been to your house. This is the woman who called herself male divested. Give me a break.
And a lot of them are saying the same shit. They act like their cum is a prize. Oh, you want my cum, baby? Where you want me to put it? I'm like, oh, you got AIDS. You want to give it to me, motherfucker. Why would I want your cum, sir? What am I going to do with that? And
why do they automatically think that you're going to fuck them without a condom?
Yes. So my thing is this. Why are you trying to put your body fluids inside of me or on me? Why? Because you're trying to infect me. When they start talking that body fluid shit, run.
None of them talk about condoms.
None of them.
Okay, then, if you're going to be doing like that, you have your own stash and make them put it on. And if they don't, send them out the door. Or you can tell them where to put it. Oh, Miss Celibacy. I thought I was saving myself for 2 years, waiting for the right one. And I thought he was the right one, but he ghosted me. And if y'all don't know, that right one was a black man.
All they talk about is, if I bust, where you want? And they try to play it off. They try to, if I come, where you want it? Where you want me to put it? Like that's something like, what the fuck do I get out of some nasty mucus looking shit that smells like bleach? What do I get out of that?
When's the last time I got asked, are we gonna go get tested?
They don't talk about that. All they talk about is, I don't got nothing. Sir, you're on a dating site. I'm on a dating site because I'm 48 years old and fat, and I never leave the house. There's nobody here. I'm here with 2 cats.
And whose fault is that? I'm on dating site because I'm fat and I got 2 cats. You can change all. You had the money to change all of that. Stop making excuses, Crystal Swirls, for your fucking laziness.
All right? You on a dating site because you actually trying to come over here. I'm fighting these niggas off of me. I'm like, nah, I don't have any company over here. I just do the video chat thing.
But you just said you had 2 of them. And they want to come over because you're talking sex and dick pics. We know because you've had them on your live. And what did y'all talk about? That exact thing. Remember G? Oh, if I put it on you, you're going to fall in love. Is that your real dick? Is it really that big? That's all you talk about. That's all you offer. And that's all they want from you. So don't cry when it's over.
Nah, I don't have any company because I don't want to get raped. I don't want you to know where I live.
Except them
So
two.
my situation is but they're trying to come over. They're trying to fuck. That's the difference.
And they always want to come over your house. Like, they always want to, like, sir, why do you live in your car? Like,
yes.
Like, why don't they ever have, like, someone else to invite you? They always want to, oh, can I come over? No.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them, they don't want, the mother probably told them. They still live with their mother. And the mother said, don't be having all these different women coming up in here. You living in my house? You ain't going to be happy. This ain't no hotel. And the woman and the mother, and even though they grown-ass men in their 30s and 40s, the mother's telling them, you better take that shit, go over her house. Because you know why she said that? Because she knows most black women got their own shit. Most black women got an apartment, a house, or something of their own. Go over her place. Don't be having that woman all up in here. This ain't no hotel.
And you know, going back to the 50-50 thing, is why do these niggas, and I'm not talking about black men, I'm just talking about men in general, but why do they think that you finna give up your place so that you can pay half of his bills? What the fuck is wrong with you?
They are dumb. And those are the white ones talking that shit. That's why I'm going to start calling Brad 401k. The 401ks. Those are the ones that want you to give up your shit, move in theirs, and act like it's under the guise of romance. Oh, we're falling in love. We could live together.
But you expect a man to let you stay living in your place. He's in his place, and then he's paying your bills too. What sense? Oh my goodness, y'all gonna stay single.
You know, you don't have to. I don't want you to work too hard. Just get a little part-time job, just a little something to help out. They try to polish it up. But that little $500 that you giving a month towards the bills, baby, that's a nice 401k plan. If he do 5 or 6 years with your funky ass, that's a lot of money. Add it up.
Think about it like this: you paying him for him to fuck you.
Basically, and think about it. How many black women have they done this to? Is it a situation where every 5 years, because that's around the time they get bored with you, every 5 years they trade you in for a new model? Oh, I got $40,000 off of this one. Go back on the dating site, do the same thing with another one. Go back on the dating site, do 5 years with that one. Get my money and trade it in for another. That's what they do.
Oh, well, see.
With you,
I think that they're not as successful as they want to be because black women ain't divested. You know, they still loyal to Tyrone. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and then when black women do come over there, it's like they got higher standards for white men because they don't really like them like that. You know,
and they make it seem like it's not a big deal. Oh, you're just helping out a little bit. You know, helping out a little bit. His house is paid off, bitch. He was paying bills. He was paying all of them goddamn bills before he met your funky ass. Now, if he could save $500, because it's hard out here. Inflation is kicking everybody's ass. If you could find a dummy to move in with you and save you $500 a month, you are winning, my nigga. That is an excellent, and you can ask any accountant. They will tell you, if you could save $500 a month, in 5 years, that's a good nest egg. That is a good nest egg towards your retirement.
And so why didn't you do that for yourself? Because now you're taking the black women's dollar, so you don't have to work at KFC. You're taking the black woman's dollar with all these spells and their donations, and you telling them to go get the man's money. But then you won't get it when they tell you to get the man's money. Because like you said, the fastest way to get rid of a man is to ask for money. So you're telling them to ask for money. So the man runs. They tell you to ask for money, and you won't.
Any accountant will tell you that.
I mean, that's more than an insurance policy.
Yeah, that is an insurance policy. And they listen.
So there are dating men they don't actually like. They just want the money and expect him to pay for everything, whether they live with the man or they have their own place. They just want the man to pay for everything while they sit on their ass and do nothing. And depending on the live, don't work at all. But like I said, this live earlier, it was have a part-time job. That's fine. Now that part-time job is you're working to pay his 401k. So now a part-time job is not good. All this in the same fucking live.
Insurance policy is only like $350.
Yeah.
But they got you paying $500. That's twice.
Girl.
Almost twice as much.
Yes. Because what he gonna say is, honey,
he make up on you in a year is $6,000.
He gonna say, honey, everything went up. The cost of, and if he could even convince you to pay for the food for the month, he'll say, but honey, listen, I'll pay all the bills. All I want you to do is get a part-time job and pay for the groceries. Can you do that, honey? I'll pay all the bills. He's still saving $500 because you feeding this nigga.
But you're eating too, bitch. And oh my God, you can't. She don't want to do nothing. And she really thinks a man is going to pay for this shit?
Yeah,
before he met you, he had to pay for his food, his rent, everything. Now he convinced your dumbass to save him. So basically, you a food stamp program. You are.
Oh boy, 401k. And before you met him, you were paying your bills and yada, yada, yada. And now he's taking that off your plate and just asking you to buy the groceries, and you still have a fucking problem with that. Imagine the money you would save now that you're not paying your rent, your cable bill, your light bill. All he's saying is buy the groceries. And you can decide on how much you spend on that, and the rest of it you can save for your 401k. But you don't want to think like that. You just complaining because you have to pay something.
Oh,
I solved the program. I solved the puzzle. You are
Kim.
A food stamps mixed with pussy. A combo.
Yeah, it's going to be cold in the morning here too. Matter of fact, it snowed here where I'm at. It's going to snow all day and all day tomorrow. It's snowing.
I'll take the 2-for-1 combo, Your Honor. Ma'am, I'll take the 2-for-1 combo. The number 3, I get my food paid, and I get pussy, and I get nurturing, and I get girl.
Is that why they locking them in with a child?
So they know what they're doing.
They are getting their playbook from Tyrone, because Tyrone locked himself in with a child. The angel.
Yes. And even if he gets you to get a part-time job, and let's say you pay $400, right? You pay come on, honey, help out a little bit. That he gonna take that money and put it towards his car. He gonna use you to pay his car note off, and then get rid of you and be right back on the dating site. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. He will pay all the bills and the food. If he could use you for one thing, he'll do it.
Yeah.
I could use this bitch to pay off my car note. Damn, at $400, you don't think it's a big deal? Okay, I'll get a $400. I'll work part time. I'll give you $400 towards the bills a month. That's fair. He said, honey, I'm paying for everything. Come on, you got to give a little something. So he said, okay. So you get the $400. He put that shit right on his car note. In 3 years, his car is paid off. He dump your dumb ass and be right back on the dating site. You're welcome. I solved the puzzle.
Well, it'd be a lot cheaper instead of buying the one number 1 combo, number 2, that you go and buy groceries. You save some money, but your ass don't know how to cook.
Niggas up, Brad. I know you're listening. Now he gonna go running back to the manosphere like, damn, they hip to the bullshit, yeah. I'm a witch, sweetheart. I got you all figured out.
No, you're not.
And some of y'all feelings are hurt because you almost got took for you said, damn, Crystal, I was about to accept a deal like that. Work part-time, give her a little $400, and he's talking about, I'm paying for everything. I just want you to give a little $400, honey. Help out a little bit. And I believe that I fell for that line, and he paid off his car. In 3 years, he stayed with me, and after his car was paid off, he dumped me, and he went right back on the dating site.
Like I said, all these stories, all these lives have something to do with her life. Y'all just heard it. He left me after he paid his car off. Boy, I tell you, these men, there are men out there that do this. They seek them lonely, insecure women, and she is one of them. There are men out here that do this. Not all of them, but there are some out here who do this. But let's talk about how you had Milkman, a meth head, living up in your house, and how you hold the purse strings, not strings, but springs, because he was in your house and that was your money, and you think you had control. No. You pay for his drugs, probably, because he broke. He laying up in your house and you're feeding him. And you thought that was a flex because you were in your house and that was your money. You did what you're complaining about right now. Because of a meth head with a big dick who still left.
Y'all better wake up.
Got like that, Crystal. I was talking to a white man, and we went on
Yes,
a
Miss
date.
Candy. Exhausting.
Next thing you know, he started talking about like the girl he was staying with. I think his like cousin or sister or something wanted to go up on the rent for like another $1,000, like $1,000 a month, and then he started. I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you telling me this for. But then at the next day, he was like, oh, I'm about to come over to your house. Send me your address. Now I'm at work. I'm like, come over to my house for what? Now I just moved into my house, so I didn't have like no furniture or anything. I just had a mattress. That's about it. And I'm like, I don't have my furniture. Everything's still in storage. So he's like, I can sleep on the floor next to you. I'm like, this man trying to move in my house. So
What?
We're not doing that.
What?
Brad, he tried to move in my house. He was like, I will sleep on the floor next to you. I don't find that romantic, boo. I don't find that romantic
That's
at all.
crazy. And they know the tenant laws. They know that the tenant.
Wait. Hold up. I had to step away. Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm sorry. I got to back that up for a second. I'm sorry.
I'm like, I don't have my furniture. Everything's still in storage. So he's like, I can sleep on the floor next to you. I'm like, this man trying to move in my house. So
What?
We're not doing that.
What?
Brad, he tried to move in my house. He was like, I will sleep on the floor next to you. I don't find that romantic, boo. I don't find that romantic
That's
at all.
crazy. And they know the tenant.
Okay, I didn't back it up far enough. I'm not going to back it up again. But this is some guy she met, right? He wanted to come over, but she just moved in her place, so her furniture wasn't set up, and he wanted to sleep on the floor with her. And she's saying that he wanted to move in. Okay.
Tenant laws. They know that the tenant laws in some parts of Florida, if they in your house for 3 days or more, they're considered a tenant.
Right.
They are considered a tenant. They hit that third day, get that motherfucker out by the second day, because if it hit the third day, he's a tenant. He got tenant rights.
She was about to say apartment.
Then you gotta take that motherfucker to court. You gonna be like, you homeless bum motherfucker, you tricked me. The cops are gonna come to your house. You gonna be like, I told them to leave, and they go like, ma'am, how many days has he stayed here? 3. Ma'am, he's a tenant. He got tenant rights. And he gonna be looking at you with a smirk on his face. Be careful.
So don't
Some
let
of
him
these
stay for
brands that are
3.
in these goddamn halfway houses, they putting up ads, acting like they looking for a room, and they will, girl, I'm telling you, y'all better be careful.
A Brad white man try to move. That's what she said. I did not hear the very beginning of that. I mean, it's some guy that she met. If it was some guy that she met and he wanted to come over and she said, I just moved in my house, my furniture ain't set up. If he wants to come over and sleep next to her, I don't sound. He trying to move in. He want to spend time with you, and maybe, the next day he help you set up your place, move the furniture around. I don't know. I didn't hear the very beginning, but they like to just twist shit around. Now, if your house was set up and he wanted to come over still, what would the story be then? That he still wanted to move in?
They might try to pay like one month or, like to move in, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gonna get about, you know, in Georgia we got 60 days, 60 day rules or whatever.
And all of this shit came as a result of COVID. Because they knew that the homeless population would be so crazy. So the way that they limit the homeless population is by making these crazy tenant laws. If the person stays with you a week, 2 weeks, they're a tenant.
Yeah.
So you got to be very fucking careful with these men. Because they will eat your pussy, cook your food, rub your feet. Next thing you know, you doing that shit for 2 weeks straight. Everything is good. And then we say, oh, you've been sitting on top of me for 2 weeks, baby. It's been good, but I need my space now. They're like, I'm a tenant. You're like, what? Yeah, I'm a tenant now. I've been here 2 weeks. I got tenant rights.
Or know the rules of where you live at before any of that shit happens.
And he might even have his mail sent to your house. Better be careful, ladies. He'll run outside. And he'll be like, yup. He'll run outside like, I'll go get the mail. Oh, honey, while I'm out there, I'll go get your mail, okay? You're like, okay. You don't think nothing of it. He checking them.
She has a 1-bedroom house. Are you talking about the caller?
Mailbox. He got mail sent to your house and you didn't know about it.
Yep.
He gonna sneak that shit and put it under his drawers. Come in the house like nothing happened. Here you go, honey. Here go your mail. You're like, thank you. And he got a piece of mail with his name on it sent to your fucking house. Watch yourself.
Now you gotta be careful. My old roommate, she almost got me, but I put her ass out, changed my lock, but she wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And then got back on the road. You know, I drive trucks, so and police was calling me for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If you just gonna have to find somewhere else to go, you didn't have your money, nothing like that. I'm not doing no 60-day notice or nothing like that. Well, I gotta go out here and bust my motherfucking ass and pay $1,400 while you run up my electric bill.
And I gotta put y'all onto Bummy.Brad. I gotta put y'all onto Bummy.Brad because Bummy.Brad knows that there's a population of black women that divested from black males. Some of them are looking for white men that they could, you know, start a relationship with, and they're bums. They come from halfway houses, shelters. They'll put.
Yeah, well, you know about them shelters because that's where you met Milkman, and you moved him in with you 3 days after you met him. Keep talking. You know what you're talking about here.
Put an ad in the paper acting like they're looking for a room, and next thing you know, you got this bum living. Yes, girl, it can happen. Don't think it can't happen.
It happened to you.
You know how I know? Because I be on the dating sites, and
because you had Milkman in the same situation. Everything she says involves oral sex. Yep. That's all she's got. That's all she's got.
Be picking a brain. That's how come I know so much.
Just ask them, oh, so have you ever been in jail? They'll tell you, they'll tell you, a lot of them, they tell the truth. As long as you don't try to, that's another thing I think women need to stop doing. Stop correcting them. I'm telling them that, don't tell women not to, don't correct them. Let them speak. Let them talk. Let them say whatever they got to say. And you just accept it. You accept it, what he says, but you don't got to accept it into your life. But let them talk so they don't go out and try to manipulate you even more.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't agree with nothing that Andrew Tate said, but it's one thing that he said that I did agree with. He said when he was younger, his dad is a master chess player, and he said that his dad he would not tell his enemies or his opponent what his next move is going to be. He just lets them talk, and that's how he knows what move he needs to make. Not necessarily in chess, but in life.
And a lot of you black women don't understand that, because y'all be saying stuff like, Crystal, stay off the dating sites. Listen. This is how you become a hustler.
No, let's see. Yes, the caller, she said she moved into a house. The guy couldn't sleep in the second bedroom. Ah, okay, yeah, I see. The fact that he wanted to, he said that he wanted, or she says that he wanted to come over and sleep on the floor. He might have just been wanting to spend time with her, and she just turned it into the whole move-in thing. They exaggerate shit.
This is how you become streetwise. You don't, just because you engage in something, it doesn't mean you have to drag it to your house or meet him in person. You could just be picking a brain. Oh, what happened to your last relationship? Oh, really? She did that? Oh, she's terrible. That wasn't your fault. Pick his brain. Let him think that you stupid. I love
Miss, I was on a dating site and two of them came to your house, and now you're saying this right here. Oh my gosh, he's comical.
Stop correcting him like Khadijah said. Let him think you stupid.
Yep. So then you gonna see manipulate all of you gonna see it so clear because he think you stupid. He think you a dumb ass bitch. He like, man, I can let my guard, I can say whatever I want to this bitch because she is green. She is green as fuck. She don't know nothing. And the whole time, you like, oh, this motherfucker trying to use me as a nurse and a person. Cause that one dude, he I don't know, I guess something happened to his bladder. But he had a catheter in his, he had to use for his life, in life, he had a catheter. Young ass dude. And he like, we can, I find, no, we not doing none of that. We not doing none of that. We not having no sex at all. You not gonna take that fucking catheter and put it inside my pussy. Are you dumb?
And then not only that, here's the thing. If they take money out the equation, you take pussy out the equation. It's that simple, sweetheart. All right.
So what is there left? Like, that's the thing.
There's nothing left.
You may have nothing to, like, you don't have to do nothing except for provide. And it's like you don't want to provide. So what the fuck am I talking to you for?
There's nothing. They serve no purpose. And if they talk that shit about, oh, well, sex, we have a good time. We keep each other company. Listen, I'm not going to be sitting up. How much company can you enjoy if the motherfucker's broke and you struggling? What kind of company is that? Because what you're going to want to do is beat the nigga upside his head.
I don't even want
and you're not gonna want to give him no pussy. You're not gonna want to suck his dick. You're gonna be rolling your eyes. You're gonna have an attitude, and he's gonna be like, "What's wrong? Like, why are you so cranky, girl?"
Why are you messing with a broke man in the first place, then?
Why even go through all that? Leave them alone. They're useless.
He wouldn't even have a chance to ask me what's wrong because guess what? 5 minutes on the phone. What the fuck do you want? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say it like that. But 5 minutes on the phone, you ain't talking about nothing. You trying to get me to talk to you to soothe your emotional distress? No, we not doing that. I'm not a therapist. Pay me for my fucking time. I don't want to talk to you, nigga. I got bitches I can talk to.
Exactly.
I'm not talking to you, bitch.
And men are not that fucking smart. So the conversation's gonna be stupid. So you sitting there wasting your fucking time talking about dumb shit.
Well, the men are stupid. So why are you talking to them on dating sites then? If it's a waste of time.
Yes.
And everything that you're talking about, he trying to tell you how you should feel.
Yes.
What the fuck?
And it's all in this scenario. It always goes back to this stupid ass manosphere shit. And I feel like every time I talk to this dude, it's like I'm always going lower and lower, and I have to stick myself lower and lower to talk.
You have to reach lower to reach his vibration, his nature.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about no fucking Cat Williams. I don't want to talk about no whatever the fuck y'all talk about over there in the manosphere. I don't want to talk about that shit.
Now look at what Catnap said. Shout out to Miss Desire Independence. Thank you for joining us, Miss Desire Independence. But Catnap said they will use you as a friend to be their counselor or their psychiatrist. Oh my God.
Bitch, call the fucking
They want you to sit there and baby them and put your titty in their mouth and be like, oh, baby, it's going to be okay. So basically, you using me to be your cheerleader. Your freak cheerleader.
And they have you on the phone for hours.
Girl.
Hours.
Nope.
They have you on the phone for hours. They have you on the phone for hours. No, you on the phone with them for hours because you can hang up.
Cash App, nothing. You better not mention the Cash App. You better not.
And you even make the hint. He asks you what you doing. Think about going, stop by, go get some Chick-fil-A. if he send the funds, okay, yeah, I talk to you for a few more. I talk to you for an hour and a half. Yeah, I sure will. You send me some money to buy some food, I talk to you for an hour. You know. But if you motherfuckers, if I tell you as soon as you call my phone, I'm gonna test the waters, and I'm gonna say, you know, I'm thinking about just going to get me some lunch real quick, maybe some Chick-fil-A, and you don't mention nothing about going getting my lunch. We don't got nothing to talk about.
And a lot of them, what they doing now is they taking Cash App. They acting like they don't know what Cash App is. They not downloading that app onto their phone. That's what they doing now.
Oh, please. Most people got Cash App. Just because they're not giving you any of their money, that does not mean they don't have Cash App, and that does not mean that they're broke. Y'all need to just, I don't know why they can't accept the fact that this particular guy does not want to fund them.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You can do all of that. But I bet you in the first 5 minutes of that phone call, I'm going to test you, and I'm going to see if you're going to send a little something. Send a little something. Let's see what you're going to do. And let's see if you're going to impress. If you're not impressing,
no one dressing. Because now we're so divested from them, they know we don't want to fuck them without the money. So now they just want your friendship now. They want that feminine touch. They want that warm voice. Maybe they ain't got their mother in their life. Maybe their mother died. Maybe they're estranged from their family. So they basically want you to step in there and be like a maternal, give you that feminine energy. Get the fuck out. I'm not giving you my feminine energy for free, bitch. Give me some money.
And for someone who didn't have their father in their life, now you want a man to take care of you, where you sit around and do nothing, you know, or sit around the house like a child would and not having responsibility. Woman with no father.
They are horrible.
Because I already know they don't have nothing to offer. Like, they don't bring, then when they ask them, what do we bring to the table? Bitch, you don't bring nothing to the table.
Now, Miss Lovely said, I had one keep me on the phone for 30 minutes, only to block me and ghost me. He got bored, bitch. Yeah, he got bored. What did I teach you? He got bored. I don't do male friendships. That means free girlfriend. Yup. That's what it is. Because if they can't get you in the bed, they're gonna get the best part of you. Your conversation, your advice, somebody a shoulder to cry on. Girl, sometimes that could mean more than pussy to them. That can mean more than pussy to them. Because a lot of them are lonely. They are running away from the lonely ghost. I'll wait.
Broke hoes calling people broke. Yeah.
And they just want somebody to talk to. They just want to hold up your line. That's why I give them 15 fucking minutes. And in that first 5 minutes, I'm testing the waters. Send me some money so I can either go get my kids. I can do something for myself. Of course.
And you know what? A lot of them.
I give them 15 minutes. In the first 5, I test them. And if they don't give me anything, okay, then why you need the other 10 minutes?
Not doing it for free.
A lot of them know you need money, sweetheart. They're never gonna offer. They're gonna play this little game and talk about, oh, did you see this? Did you see the thing about Cat Williams? Well, this happened at work. Everything but the fucking money, the fucking Cash App. And we got a million different ways to pay a bitch. We got PayPal me. We got Venmo. We got Zelle. We got Cash App. We got like 6 different fucking ways, and they acting like they don't know. You can't make this up.
And see, if I just say, some food or some shit, you can easily just.
Don't do DoorDash, bitch. Because if you do DoorDash, they're gonna know your address. Cash App, motherfucker.
I know I drive a truck, so
yes. Do not do DoorDash and give them your address, ladies. All right. Tell them to send you a Cash App or a Zelle.
But then again, the Cash App, if it's a guy, he's gonna know where you live too, Crystal. Remember that live you had in striking all that fear? The Cash App guy's gonna know where you live. Oh my God, he ain't come back and kill you. Oh yeah, by the way, she did Instacart, I think, and whoever brought her groceries, she said she rubbed all over him. She rubbed oil on him. So you're molesting delivery drivers. You're harassing your delivery drivers, but you want to put this fear about how they come to your door and they know where you live and they're going to stalk you. But you had one deliver your groceries and you rubbed all over him.
You gonna know. You gonna know if he wasting your time. Listen, and a lot of times if you don't mention the money, after the third conversation of talking with him without the money mentioned, he gonna say, "I got me a sucker. I got me a sucker." This is our third phone conversation, and this bitch has not brought money. Yeah.
Well, you the one being a dumb bitch for having 3 conversations. I mean, what's her name? Khadijah said 5 minutes. You talking about 3 conversations. See, you thirsty. You ain't, I mean, not saying that she's right, but you ain't cutthroat like Khadijah. She talking 5 minutes. You talking third conversation. Oh my goodness. You thirsty. You thirsty.
They are listen. They are waiting on you to bring up the money thing. Did you know that? They are waiting. They're not gonna say it, but they're waiting. Miss Lovely said, I also had one tell me he wanted to go out with me as a friend. And when we went out, I had a Brad come up to me and he started to act like he was my man. Oh, shit. Whoa. I walked away from him with the quickness. See? You see that? Cock blocking. Cock blocking. I also had one tell me,
you're on a date with a guy as a friend. Brad comes up and your date tries to act like he's your man. You walked away quickly. Did you walk away with the Brad, though? Did you leave with the Brad?
He wanted to go out with me as a friend. See, as a friend. That's what he said. And then when y'all went out, Brad came up to you and approached you in a sexual way. And all of a sudden, this nigga start grabbing your arm and acting like...
Brad came up to you in a sexual way? That's not what you said when you first read the comment. But how is Brad coming up to you in a sexual... Okay.
Like you his woman. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Did you
see how they are?
Did you leave with Brad?
Do you see how fun? That's why a lot of girls don't want to go on dates. They don't want to go out. And even if they say, oh, let's hang out, let's go to a club together. Girl, he gonna say he going as a friend, but as soon as men start coming on to you, he gonna act stupid. He gonna act territorial.
That shit happened to me. I was supposed to be taking a motorcycle lesson with...
Well, first of all, Brad don't know that y'all are out as friends, so Brad's coming up to you in a sexual way. Of course, he's gonna step up and and check the man because Brad don't know y'all situation. He's not gonna sit there and let another man talk to his girl or his friend because he know y'all friend, but Brad don't know that.
With a friend, and I get on the motorcycle. He start riding. He ain't even fucking teach me. He started riding around with me on the back, pulling up to all his friends' houses. What the fuck is you doing?
He was showing you off, bitch. He was showing you off without telling you.
Hold up, I gotta back up because, I mean, do you want him to hide you? I gotta back up, sorry.
When this man start coming on to you, he gonna act stupid. He gonna act territorial.
That shit happened to me. I was supposed to be taking a motorcycle lesson with a friend. And I get on the motorcycle. He start riding. He ain't even fucking teach me. He started riding around with me on the back, pulling up to all his friends' houses. What the fuck is you doing?
He was showing you off, bitch. He was showing you off without telling you. You gotta understand male behavior, sweetheart. You gotta understand male behavior. He was showing you off. He was saying, look at my new car. Look at my shiny new car called the Black Girl. Okay? Now, Miss Lovely said, I also had...
How does it end up to some white man approaching her? It must be a white man. Nothing but a white man, huh? Yeah. Huh. So a white man walked up. A white man. Does that mean that her male friend that she went out with as a date, does that mean he was Tyrone? Since she made it perfectly clear, specify that it was a white man that walked up. So was her friendly date Tyrone?
One that always asks me, "Did you eat?" But he never offered. Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
He gonna ask the fucking question and wow.
And there's a million different ways to pay for shit now. That's what I don't understand. It might as well be 1985 with these niggas.
You know what, Miss Lovely? Oh my God, they always ask you if you ate, and then I'm thinking, okay, he gonna pay for my meal for the day. Oh,
nope.
And he just asked, and then whatever you say, oh yeah, I ate already. Now he know. Okay, she ain't gonna ask me for no money.
Mm-hmm. They offering everything but the fucking money, y'all. Everything's expensive. And then here's the thing. They're dangerous. Because if you take money out of the equation and they think you're going to go along with that bullshit, you're going to have a stalker on your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Once they find a sucker that doesn't ask for nothing, they not letting you go, baby. They not, because these other girls, I get so many complaints from men. Oh, what's up with this thing about girls? I haven't even met you yet. And you're asking me for Cash App. Like, why are girls doing that? He's going to poke the bear and test you with that comment.
Yep.
And if you don't check that motherfucker and let him know I'm the same way, girl, you're going to have a hard time getting rid of him.
And you ain't checking nobody, Crystal Swirls, because you thirsty. You desperate. You ain't checking nobody. That's why you got ghosted by Tyrone when you gave up your celibacy. And then he shows up to your house with 2 plates that his aunt fixed. And you didn't want to eat that. And he said, okay, I'll take you wherever you want to go. And you chose some Chinese food. But then you're complaining because he didn't take you to Olive Garden. But your big ass lips didn't say Olive Garden. You said Chinese. He got you what you asked for.
Because once they find a free ride, they're not letting that shit go. These other girls are charging for conversation, for dates, for pussy, anything that got to do with their company, they're charging.
Yep.
And
they keep asking for pictures. And I say, oh, why? I sell pictures, cam girl. I do some cam girl. I just tell them straight up because just get straight to the money. Let's just get straight to the money. I know I don't want nothing to do with you.
And when they call you a prostitute, sweetheart, please don't correct them. Please do not do that dumb shit. What are these girls now? Prostitutes? Like, I don't even know you're asking me for a Cash App. But you was asking for pussy right away. You wanted to come over her house. You were showing her dick pics. And she can't get the fuck out of here.
Crystal Swirls, you asked for dick pics.
It's getting crazy out here. They gonna start raping us.
I told you that. That's why I'm staying in my goddamn house. Girl.
Oh my goodness, they're gonna start raping us. Oh my God, that's why I stay in my house. You can stay in your house because you already said you have them over your house. What? Why complain? You don't like men, which is bullshit. But if you run into a man who doesn't want to do what you want him to do, find another.
I'm speechless like you speechless. And that's why girls are not going on dates because they scared that the men, because everybody's saying the unknown thing. Men are going to start graping us. It's only a matter of time, y'all. We're 4 years out of COVID. Some of these niggas haven't had COVID. They haven't had pussy in 5 years. So, yeah, we playing with fire with them. We fucking with their basic nature. Y'all are scared. I'm scared, too. Men are scary creatures. How much longer can they go? See, we doing it by choice. That's why they're mad, because we got self-control.
Nah.
They don't want to be celibate.
Self-control means I give up my celibacy. You lost your control then.
Sweetheart. They want to fuck.
Yeah, and you
And that's
bitches,
exactly
y'all better
what
go
you
ahead
did.
and get your guns and shit, because it's only a matter of time before they reset this country. And they already talking about a cyber attack, shutting down the grid to eat with electromagnetic pulse. They're gonna shut down the grid.
And now all of them are gonna leave.
Transportation, no money. There's not gonna be shit out here. You're gonna have to survive. And guess what? Your pussy is the first thing getting took.
And I'm going to tell you something. Not all of them are doing that passport brother shit. The ones that got felonies, they can't afford to go nowhere. They're going to be stuck here with you, and they horny. They want to fuck. So somebody got to, it's going to be like prison. You know how men are watching over their shoulder? Oh, my God. I'm not going to be friendly to nobody. I'm going to lock myself in my cell. I'm only going to come out for chow. I'm not even going to wash my ass. I'm just going to stay in this cell. It's going to be like prison. You're going to be scared to go outside. You're going to be seeing men walking around with hard-ons, looking at you like, because what's really keeping these men off of us, y'all? They remind me of a pit bull drooling at the mouth with rabies. What is keeping these monsters off of us, the law? The cops.
The fact that they don't want to go to jail and get raped themselves. That's the only thing that's stopping them.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a thin line called civilization stopping them from acting on their true nature. All right? The law is on our side. That's the only thing. But what happens when they start to relax the laws? There's so many grapes. The courthouses are busting to the seams. They're going to get these motherfuckers 2 months for a rape, and they're going to be right back outside. There's going to be so many rape cases, the courts are going to not give them harsh sentences because the jails are going to be too oversaturated. So we playing with fire with these men. We really are. And it's not just black men, sweetheart. Don't think that Brad won't take it back to the old school and rape your black ass like he did in the slave cabin.
Right. They just waiting. They just waiting. And you think that they're not going to put that gun in your face? That's what I'm trying to tell women. You need to strap up too. Because they're going to put that rifle in your face too and tell you, bust down, got Tiana, or I'm going to put a bullet in your head and take it anyway. You need to get out of these big cities. That's another thing.
Stop dating them, ladies. Stop going on these goddamn dates. All right, they're dangerous now. Now let's think about this. We're 4 years out of COVID. I don't think we're gonna make it to 2030 and these niggas ain't getting no pussy. That's like doing a jail bid. That's like being in prison to them. 10 years without pussy, I might as well go to jail. They already did 4 years. Most of them did a 4-year bid without pussy. They getting restless, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I can tell by the way they talk on the dating site. They get straight to the sex. They don't even try to pretend like, I want to get to know you. I want to fall in love.
Oh my goodness. How are they having all these close, intimate interactions with black men? The particular men who they say they don't like. The particular men who they said don't like black women. They chase every other woman besides their own women. I don't know. I don't know how to further explain it. I really don't. It's always the worst case scenario with Crystal in her followers. Always the worst case scenario. Ain't nobody no. Even COVID, people were still interacting. Just
They mask is off. They are horny and frustrated. You know how I know they frustrated? They talk about the sex right away. They don't waste no time.
That's what you do.
Yeah, but if you're going to talk about the sex, talk about the money too.
But that's the part. The inflation went up. So because the inflation went up, they barely surviving. A lot of these guys are eating check to check. They got roommates. Some of them live together because they can't afford a place by themselves. And they want to go over your house to see what you got going on. Oh, she got her own place. She ain't got nobody over there. I want to fuck. I want privacy. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 roommates living with me. They're living like rats out there. And they ain't got no pussy. Oh, they miserable. They are miserable, honey. Y'all are quiet because y'all say, "Oh my God."
No,
yeah,
you're stupid.
And now we know Brad's dirty secret. Brad is a bum like Tyrone. A lot of them are bums too, sweetheart. They work for little bullshit ass companies thinking they doing something.
She must have talked to a Brad today and he wasn't paying for her shit. Because she really on Brad today. Brad. White man, Brad, they doing it too. She must have talked to a Brad on a dating site today. And he told her no. I don't even need her to literally say it. That's just what happened. Because she really going in.
And they get their little $17 an hour. It's a girl. It's not enough, okay? If you want a woman and you want to take care of your woman, $17 ain't gonna cut it, sweetheart.
And whoever he was must have made $17 an hour.
So we're gonna have to just buckle our seatbelts and see what happens with we're divested from males. The rest of these bitches, let them be the sacrifice.
You're not divested from males. Not with all these stories.
It's gonna be a small group of us that divest, and the rest of these bitches are gonna be HIV positive, domestic violence, dead. Let them be the sacrifice. Yep, let them be the sacrifice.
Yeah, because the femicide rate is not going down. The femicide rate is going higher and higher. The last time I checked, it was 4 hours, but it was like 3 hours and something minutes. When I took the amount of bodies that dropped and I divided that by how many hours in the day, it said every 3.5. It really said every 3.5 hours. That's really what it said.
My thing is this, lady.
The bodies of 2022, it said 3.5 hours on my phone.
I don't trust Brad. That's an act. That acting shy bullshit? Nah. Look at the history of Brad and black women. Now we out of COVID. Brad is horny. He's hanging out with Tyrone. So if Tyrone is a rapist, he gonna put Brad on to be a rapist. All right? I don't trust Brad. Brad is and girl, can you imagine all of these black women going on coffee dates and getting raped by Brad? Their case is not gonna be taken seriously in court. They might never tell nobody. Brad, catnap. Brad is a psychopath, and he will. And if he rape you, and he's scared of his freedom, if you say anything, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna cut you up and chop you up and put you in your own fucking backyard. You better not say shit. My cousin is the police chief. You better not say nothing. Fuck around with Brad and find out. I'm not fucking with none of these male creatures.
Yeah, Brad yeah. Brad said no to Oh my goodness. Good God, I can't stand this woman.
So Khadijah, I'm gonna end this phone call. I thank you for calling in, girl. But now is not the time. Male divest. Get locked up and watch and just for experimentation, go on the dating sites, pick their brain, and educate yourself on what's going on out there. See the level of thirst from these men, and then you're gonna see how bad it is out here. How else are you gonna know how bad it is unless you do what I say? Go on the dating sites. That don't mean you gotta invite them over your house.
Like you do.
But talk to them. Pick their brain. All right? And you're gonna see. They getting desperate. So that's it, ladies. That's the end of my live. They've never really wanted to provide for us. The mask is off now, and we're not accepting their crappy deal. Their plea deal of 50-50. We're not doing it. So, ladies, enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for joining me. Stop by the Cash App. Drop off a $5. Drop off a $2 bill. Drop something off, goddammit. I need some money, bitch.
Oh, now you want that donation that you ignored that other woman because you wanted to hear her gross story. There's no need to go on the dating sites if you know what men are already doing. There's no need for that, Miss Divested.
Thank you for joining me. I enjoyed y'all. And that's the end of my live, y'all. Peace.
Oh, my goodness. And there it is. Crystal swirls in all her glory. I really don't even have nothing else to say. It's just the same old with her. But I guarantee you, she talked to a Brad recently. And he wasn't going to give her no money. That's what this live was about. Well, thank y'all for joining me. Stay warm if the storms are coming through. And I will see y'all next time.